Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Power Network. I'm Amy. We've got a lot to get into today, you guys. Miss a day, miss a lot. We're looking at the police body cam hidden true crime did not want anyone to see. We've got Lauren making false hacking claims, false stalking claims, and Dr. John absolutely losing it. Full on call the FBI meltdown because he sees his little kingdom slipping through his fingers. And then we've got the audio from Jeneese, the woman Lauren has been calling part of the stalker crew, which it's something else. I think it's the original. I don't know. I have to ask you guys what it. There's a Mormonism term for it that they're calling it, but I'm calling it the stalker crew. The same one she ran into outside court, you know that one. And let me tell you right now, the phone call she made to the police does not match the story Lauren has been spinning at all. The case is heating up, the receipts are hitting the table, and we're breaking it all down piece by piece. Well, Power Crew, Power Dragonflies, Power Replay Crew, settle in. I'm rolling the intro while the algorithm brings the rest of the family in.
Kevin is drumming his old guitar again. Words rolling out into our fire. If heaven had wings, I would steal them and fly away with you for a while. Hearing the essence of gratitude, your dreamy little smile on my lips. I miss my cue, but baby, I had you. Miss my cue, but I had you for that day. Here in the
in the essence of gratitude, I get to be back here right with my Power Crew. I missed you. If you don't know the saga, my medication that I take to keep me sane traveled across the world today or this week and was late, per usual. And I finally got them, but I am a little off, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I'm off. I'm weird. So I'm just getting back on track. So if I say something weird, I don't know. I didn't come on yesterday because I have a limited filter as is. And I fear I will say things I might regret later. So if I am a little off the rails today, just know that I am just recently remedicated and it's kind of hitting a little strong. I don't know. I feel weird. Life feels weird. World's weird. Lauren from Hidden True Crimes weird. Grayson's weird. John's weird. It's all weird. Weird. Thank you guys. Thank you, Dee Dee. Hit the like button. I don't think I'm going to type too much in chat today because my eyes are actually weird today. But yes, hit that like button. Be sure to, let's just do that algorithm dance party. Let's just start that algorithm dance party that I like to do and warm up your fingers and dance them right up to the hearts and thumbs up button. Helps us go out into the algorithm and party out there. Today, we're coming to you on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So if you could just give us love on the platform you're us on, that would be really, really appreciated. So I know I'm behind. I'm behind, you guys. Like, not only am I behind, but I was barely watching stuff yesterday. So I've watched bits and pieces of this body cam, but I have not watched it all because of the reasons stated at the beginning. When this happens to me, my anxiety gets out of this world, and all I can do is listen to music. It's like the only thing I can do. I put on soft lighting and I listen to music and my mind races. So, but I have watched bits and pieces of it and it's very interesting. I've got thoughts. I've got thoughts. Do you guys have thoughts? So what I say that all to say that I do believe you guys have probably all seen this before I have, but I still want to watch it with you guys. Greetings from Cameron, North Carolina. Hi, Betsy Sue. It's so good to see you. Hello from frigid New York State. Yeah, I hear it's cold in Michigan. So whatever the weather is in Michigan, I always kind of know it's the same in New York. We're very similar. Well, I'm in Florida. I shouldn't say we. I'm an ex-Michigan person. A little weird, never hurt anyone, right? Right? I just have decided I'm gonna let my freak flag fly. Hi, Unsolved Amy Boston. Hope you're feeling well. Kim, thanks for being here. Kim is our lady in blue. She's our wrench. If you have any questions, direct them towards her and she will get my attention, hopefully. Hi, Christy33. Okay, guys, so what are your thoughts about all of this? And hi to everybody. If I missed you, I'm so sorry I missed you. Hi to everybody hanging out with me. What are your thoughts on this? I think it's a little crazy. And I definitely think it's the receipts they didn't want to come out. And, you know, thankfully they're so over this. They're so over all of this that they're so unbothered and they've moved past all of this, but not me. Not me. I'm still in on it. On our last live, or was it our live or was it a community post? I don't remember. But somebody, not just somebody, a few people were just coming in on the conversation and they were like, hey, what's going on? Like, can you help a girl out and tell us what's, you know, where does this all stem from? So I asked ChatGPT to go into my notes because we've been covering this since like the day it happened, to go into my notes and to pull them all together and to give me a narrative that I can give to you to kind of describe what this case is. And this is what, and I fought with ChatGPT. Okay. I had to tell you something. So my new medications, it's all automated. Like the only time I talk to somebody is when I talk to the doctor, right? So I talk to the doctor like every 3 months, get the prescription. I'm on my way. But if there's a problem, you can't call anybody. You know, there's no phone number to call. It's just all texted. And I was sure at this point that I have been dealing with Gen Z, like a Gen Z person. But it dawned on me today, I bet you this is just all automated. They're probably just feeding me automated responses and I'm fighting with them like I fight with ChatGPT, which is so stupid. It's so stupid and worthless because this thing feels nothing. I'm getting outraged, right? So it just dawned on me. I'm probably dealing with ChatGPT through my medications, which drives me crazy. But what are you going to do? Like, what are you going to do? I don't know. Anyway, have they moved on or are they still grifting stuff behind the scenes? Well, I do have their page up and we're going to take a look at what they've been doing. I've got some stuff to look at them. Yes, thank you, Just Me 5927. And I do have to reply to your email. I'm sorry I haven't yet, but it was very detailed and very appreciated. And I want to give it the response it deserves. But I got to be able to think first. Knoxville, Tennessee. You know what, Kim? Funny you say this. My medications made a stop off in Memphis, Tennessee. Yes, they went to Memphis, Tennessee. They went to Illinois. They went to Indiana. They went to California. They were just like all over the place. So I have a well-traveled medication in me right now. And it's funny too, because Shannon, my co-host on Sundays for Highly Strange Days, bought me this little ceramic dragon for my birthday. And that traveled the world. It went to Ireland and all over. She tracked that for me. And it finally got to me like a month later. But I guess I like my stuff likes to travel. I do like to travel. So maybe that's a sign that I'm going to travel. All right, let me get my screen up and all ready for you. and we'll get going. Okay, what do we want to start with? Do we want to go backwards or forward? Do we want to start off right with the body cam, or do you guys want to go into some of the research, like the this and that I found on hidden true crime? I always like to, I know what I want to start with. Let's start with some music. Talking about music, this always gets my energy up. I want to do the hidden true crime musical. I am a I like to stick to what I like. And Olip, I really like this Hidden True Crime, the musical. It just hits right. And I know the words now and I can sing along to it. So let's get our energy up. Let me get myself centered while this happens. And then when we come back, we'll get into it. Let's start that algorithm dance party and start hitting that heart button down there. Also, they have over on YouTube a new thing where you can hype me. So if you're watching me on your little phone, you can hit the hype button, and it's I don't know, something for small creators that helps them get noticed a little bit more. So hype me. That's what she said.
Cause this drama ever again. In fact, it's so real life. What has been going on with my family and with me for months that I decided to go to where I felt would protect me. And that was the courts and legal. And I filed a civil stalking injunction. Somehow someone decided to let Law and Crime know about my civil stalking injunction. Law and Crime decided that they deserve to have cameras in the courtroom while I am explaining what my family has been going through for months. That Law and Crime, I don't know, is it a slow true crime month? They thought that my family's pain should be live streamed on their trial channel. I am a limited public figure. I'm just a mom who has a YouTube channel. I'm not Johnny Depp, I'm not Amber Heard, I'm not Gwyneth Paltrow. I am a mother trying to protect my family, and I am a journalist who has never ever in my life heard of anyone streaming of civil stalking injunction. Because of what Law and Crime did, I had to dismiss my civil stalking injunction. And I find it disgusting that anyone would want to do that to me or my family. I wanted to keep this private. I wanted to keep my pain and the bullying and the abuse and the harassment and the defamation and the pain that I have been dealing with behind the scenes for months. I wanted to keep it private, not live stream to millions of people watching War and Crime. I'm gonna take back my narrative, and I'm gonna own my narrative, and I'm gonna tell you everything tonight. We're gonna go through every filing, we're gonna go through a lot. My hand has been forced, I am very uncomfortable sitting here. Do you wanna know wrath of a mother? I am a limited public figure. I'm just a mom who has a YouTube channel. I'm not Johnny Depp, I'm not Amber Heard, I'm not Gwyneth Paltrow. I am a mother trying to protect my family, and I am a journalist who has never ever in my life heard of anyone streaming of civil stalking injunction. Do you want to know wrath of a mother?
Here I am. I really wish I could sing because I could belt the shit out of that. I love that song. And who else, when you were watching the body cam footage, heard her words, I'm just a limited public figure, when she was talking about, I'm a news reporter, I'm this, I'm that, my Dr. John is a psychologist, or whatever the fuck he is. Also, I might swear a lot because, again, my filter is not filtering very well, so please don't make me have to filter my swear words. The song is a masterpiece, I agree. Limited. I always think when she says it, though, I want to put limited liability because I think of the LLC. So a limited public figure, but limited liability always flies into my mind. I am a limited liability. Anyway, there was no limited in her statement. Yeah. In her 9.5 hour live. Her 9.5 hour nonsense. Okay, let me get my screen all situated and let's go into it. Let's just start off with the body cam. Let's boom, get into it. But I do want to talk to you guys, those that were wondering what this case is all about. I did run it through ChatGPT and asked them to go through my notes and give me like a phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So phase 1 happened about a month ago, a little over a month ago, and coverage began because Hidden True Crime repeatedly claimed they were being stalked and hacked, and they described a stalking crew, which is it the original 7? Is that what they called themselves? They called themselves the original 7, and then Lauren did that too. And these claims were central to the storyline. Contradictions and exaggerations in the content made the situation worth tracking, in my opinion. So then the stalking crew, we went into the stalking crew and Christina. Christina's the OG. She's like the head dog, the head OG of the stalking crew. They wanted us to believe that there was only one stalker, but there's really 7 of them. And Jay actually put together a little who's who in the stalking crew that we're going to look at. But there was a stalking crew, but Christina is the OG, and others were labeled by HTC. These individuals were not actually stalking them, but HTC continued using their names and imagery as part of their stranger danger narrative. This group became the basis for HTC's repeated claims about safety concerns, fear, and harassment. The way HTC presented the stalking crew was a major part of the early coverage. So and then we started looking at Grayson, and everyone at the beginning was like, Grayson's just this innocent little, waif of a nothing. But the more we look at her, the more, I don't know if she's just a mean girl in training, right? Just coming up the ranks. I'm not sure. Grayson was announced publicly over on Instagram. She had previously worked with Annie Elise. She's the Grayson is the producer. She had a Boise connection. She appeared on Web Sleuth, and she is actually the producer. So the Boise police body cam that we're going to look at, the body cam, and everybody was wondering, like, where does Grayson live? Where's Grayson living? I didn't know myself, to be honest with you, but the answer is Grayson is living here in this apartment. We know this is Grayson's apartment, not a bad looking apartment. And I do believe that the photograph that we got of the Matthiases, I'm just going to call Grayson part of the Matthiases, that I think that was outside of Grayson's apartment. Let me show you Exhibit A. Grayson, can you please pull up that exhibit for me, please? Wait, Grayson's not here. I'm going to have to do it myself. Damn it. This photo. Shit. And my photos aren't just like popping up, like my screen isn't just like moving flawlessly either. It's like I'm clicking things 50 times to get it to work. So hold on a second. There. No, Knocked myself off. Hold on a second. I mean, there it is. There. That photo. I believe that was outside of Grayson's apartment. I'm just guessing because but I do believe that this was taken outside of Grayson's apartment. So then we get that. The body cam happened in June at Grayson's apartment. Lauren reported hacking and stalking. Those claims were false based on the footage. The person she claims was stalking them was not even on the scene in Boise. I can't even say that without giggling and laughing about it. She wasn't even fucking there. The key lines from coverage, this body cam shifts the narrative, in my opinion, because it shows exactly who these people are. It shows John's true feelings. He wasn't worried about stalking. Did he ever say like he was fearful for Lauren's life? No, he was afraid the kingdom was falling. The answers were, this answers where Grayson lives. And then, you know, the body cam shows everything when you strip everything away. And then in this body cam, Dr. John calls and we get to, I don't know, Dr. John just, I'm really disappointed that, like, okay, so I worry about the people that are following this coverage and they're just seeing a doctor, a mental health psychiatrist for the first time, and they think, they're all like Dr. John, you know, like I worry about that because I'm sitting here talking about my mental health and, you know, I think most of the world's mental health is pretty sketchy right now. So we should be able to trust people. But I do want you to know that sometimes it does take a few doctors to get to the right one. So don't give up if you've had a Dr. John or whatever. Just, you know, you're important and it matters. And it does worry me what Dr. John's doing here. So then after the body cam, during the body cam, you know, they kept talking about this friend that they didn't know if they wanted the police to talk to because they didn't know what they were going to say. They didn't know if they were going to back up their narrative. Well, spoiler alert, Jeneese did not back up the narrative. Jeneese is the woman that approached Lauren at court, and she felt so uncomfortable, unsafe. So we're going to take a look at that. And then, yeah, I think that kind of gets us to where we are. Did I miss anything, you guys? Let me come over into chat and see what you guys are saying to make sure I haven't like screwed up the narrative. Well, he did lie saying someone said they wanted to physically harm Warren. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, did I miss? See, I've only seen bits and pieces of it. So, hey, Ruth Ann. Is Ruth Ann in here? Good morning, Ruth Ann. It's so good to see you. And just me, thank you for being such a team player and welcoming all the people in. I also saw people welcoming Carolina. I was like, man, that Carolina. Everyone loves Carolina. I love how you break all this down in the morning for us. Oh, I'm glad that you like the morning lives. I prefer the morning. I'm really glad that I found a morning audience because I'm more like, well, like I wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning. So by the time I get to you, I've had my coffee and I'm ready to go. Got my face washed, my teeth brushed. I'm ready. Have you been hacked? No, I just gave out my my passwords to everyone. Oh, I saw a funny meme the other day about Lauren, and she's like that mom that comes in, you know, with the kids, the teens wearing the rompers. Hey, kids, I'm just one of the team. I'm part of the crew. That's what she reminds me of. I'm just part of the crew in my rompers. But I also feel like you should wear whatever you want. I am making fun of Lauren. That is me making fun of Lauren. Hidden gems. You can clip that. Okay. You know what I feel like? You know, when you first start your meds and you feel like a little out in the clouds, a little over medicated. That's how I feel, because it was a week without any medication. So Every Day with Jay is one of my favorite channels that's been covering this. And what we do is we put together a bunch of things, everything that we view to create a story, a bunch of clips to create a story. Everything that we view, I will put down in the YouTube show notes. We do this for fair use and to cite our sources. So Every Day with Jay has been on top of this story, and she has been bringing the clips and this is where I've been getting the information. I always cite my sources. I don't, other than that, I don't know where she's getting. I don't know if she's drawing from Boise, pulling the resources, or where she's getting it from. But that's where I'm getting a lot of my stuff from. And so be sure to go over and check out her channel. I know a lot of you guys already do. Also, Dreamfeed Media has it up there. She has the full thing up. Dreamfeed Media is the site where she broke down what HTC earns. It has a great video on all of the stuff that the amount of money that HTC is pulling in. So there's that if you want to check them out. But I can't decide which one is the better one, because Jay just put out an enhanced one. So you guys tell me which one you want to take a look at. So this is the enhanced audio. It's brighter, or this one. They're both the same. Which is easier on your eyes? Which one do you prefer? I don't care. I'm just thankful Kresha's getting the support she needs. Yeah, I'm really glad Kresha's getting finally the support. I really do feel like she's getting the support finally that she needs. I reached out to Kresha, Into the Weeds, What's the Obsession, Amy, and 1980 Millennial. I'm trying to put together a panel to talk about Mormonism, and we're going to do it on Thursday. I haven't heard from Kresha yet, so I don't know if Kresha will be a part of it, but I hope she will. I want to talk about Lauren and her Mormonism. I think she wears it. She wears it when she needs it, and she disposes of it when she doesn't. And that's not cool. Like, that's like, would you support a Christian that like is pro Jesus when she needs it and anti Jesus when she doesn't? No, I wouldn't. So I just think it's really like what the F. I did email her. I emailed her. I said it on a live to email me. I asked her to email me. So, I mean, above that, I can't do much more, right? So if she wants to come on, she'll come on. And if you guys see her around, let her know that, there is a good possibility she doesn't know. So if you see her around, let her know. Thursday, I'm hunting her down. Tell her to check her email. Check your email, Kresha. Okay, so let's get into it. No, I didn't see if you guys had a preference. So we'll start off with this one. And if you just said you like it darker, we'll go over to the other one.
See, there you go. See, it'll be nice. Hi.
Hello.
Lily, off.
You Grayson, or
Yes.
okay. Okay, so how can I help you today?
I'm gonna get my boss.
Okay, so I have seen this part in the beginning, and I find it very interesting that our Grayson opens the door and she's very open, right? Like, she's not, I'm very into body analysis. She's very open. Her front middle is very like just out, like just open, right? The minute Lauren walks into the room, shit changes.
Sure. I need to run.
Watch.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Officer.
She takes on the exact stance that our friend Lauren Turd is doing. What's up with that? Well, I know what's up with it, but what's up with it?
Yeah, so she's a public figure online,
Okay.
and we have people threatening to extort her. This started in April. They started with public threats. We have pretty good, solid proof that former employer.
Right? This so reminds me of the royals, Meghan Markle and Harry. We went on a privacy tour, yet they went all over the world. We went on a privacy. We went on a privacy. We're being stalked. We're being stalked. Yet you're sitting in the room that your stalker's in. Jeez.
They hacked her iCloud account
Okay.
and then posted stuff online that they were gonna go public with her messages, and then
Private
settled,
messages.
yeah, and then things settled down, and then the last couple weeks things have been ramping up again.
What kind of magic do you have, Carolina? Because I see people loving you all over. Even when I go into other chats, people are loving on you. I know what kind of magic it is. It's beauty.
We've got somebody sent us an email today that was sent out.
This has gone as far as news fiction and law and crime. So I'm a true crime reporter.
Okay.
And like Law and Crime and even News Nation are
Okay.
reaching out about my private messages. So it's
I'm very, very important. You need to recognize.
like national, and I
Why
think
the fuck is she talking? Oh, sorry. Ooh. You know, when I start next, I'm gonna start my sentence off saying effing. Like, okay, whew, don't swear, Amy. Why is she talking like that?
why it's an extra big concern. It's actually not just about me, as you know, as a police officer. Crime is true. It's real.
Mhm.
Forget that.
It's really real.
There are.
Real life.
I'm an investigative journalist.
Okay.
I have.
This is where I get the song playing in my head. This is real life.
Numerous trials. I work with numerous victims.
Mhm.
And if these private messages of mine come out between employees, it won't just be me that's harmed.
Mhm.
What do you think that the officer is thinking at this point? Wait a minute. Wait. So what you're saying is you're talking shit about victims and you're afraid that that's going to get out to the public and that's going to look bad on you. Okay. That's what I would think.
There'd be a lot of people
Okay.
that is harmed. And we have private emails that have now come from a
Yeah, you might
Proton
get
email
swearing
saying
thing, guys. I'm sorry. I am a swearer. I love a good swear word. I just feel like it adds. Like if you're yelling at somebody, you know, it feels like it's attacking. But when I just feel like it just adds a little oomph to what you're saying. So you're gonna get some good swear words today. I don't say the C word and stuff like that, but the F word and stuff like that, that's my favorite.
I'm more like True Lies. We know you've been talking about all these people to name all these victims that are nationally known victims. Like
Mhm.
we were just at the Gabby Petito Foundation dinner. Like we work with
Name
numerous-
dropper. She's a name. Also, I'm gonna try not to. I got a lot to say. I'm gonna try not to stop it every 2 seconds. But she's a freaking name dropper. Have you ever noticed that? She name drops. We're this, we're that. My husband's a psychologist. I'm a journalist. I'm this. I'm the queen. I'm like whatever. Like she just throws it in conversation.
high profile victims of crime.
Mhm.
Like, and again, these are I share off the record conversations with them. You know, like things that like people
Off the record conversations with who when you say them?
the ex-employees.
Okay.
Because they're my employees, and I'm like, hey, I learned this information. I'm gonna go forward with this. You can't say this.
Did you have an NDA with them?
I did not.
What an idiot.
There's the big challenge right
Probably
there.
thinking like, oh, I'm going to get an NDA with Grayson here. Do you think she has an NDA with Grayson yet?
They posted threats online,
Okay.
to release her public stuff, her private stuff.
And we have said
We'll have to
from a reporter.
I'd have to see what those are.
Yeah.
Do you have a lawyer already?
I have a lawyer that is my brother. He sent cease and desist, and someone wrote back saying, okay, dear Lauren's brother. I mean, he's a good lawyer, you know, so that's why I use
Yeah.
him. But, you know,
Which is pretty ironic because this is the first thing that I noticed. This was like, oh, well, you just lied. And it was either in our 9.5 hour live or I really wish someone would put like, mark, chapters in that 9.5 hour live, but somewhere in there, didn't she say like, and they said my brother was part of the lawyers, or maybe it was in the 3.5 hour rebuttal, and she's like, and by the way, my brother is not one of the lawyers. What a fucking liar.
They, but yeah, he sent cease and desist and said these are private, and he cited case law and laws. And I have those, the cease and desist sent. And
Cited the computer fraud for hacking.
Oh, okay.
Well, did you share your password with employees so they could do things under your premise? Like in your absence, you says, here's my password.
Did she just say it and I missed it?
Or go ahead and,
I sent them some passwords, but
Okay.
then the employment terminated.
okay.
And I changed what I thought were all my passwords, and I am concerned that I had given them, I did not ever give them permission to get in an iCloud whatsoever.
Okay.
In the
80s is certainly back in style, isn't it? This is just so 80s. I feel like I've just like launched back into the 1980s. That shirt Grayson is wearing, that outfit that outfit Lauren's wearing. I feel like my Uncle Jim wore this outfit. My Uncle Jim, I feel like wore this outfit in the 80s.
employment had terminated, and I actually think they went and figured out how to get into it.
Okay.
So that was a matter of permission.
I'm not a big IT person, so I mean, how they could hack it, because Apple's one of the hardest things to hack. So it would have to be, I'm leaning more to the point of a shared password that wasn't changed.
Yeah.
And when were they terminated? Did you have a termination letter, or what did you have?
That like so typical of Lauren. She says things weird, funny, fast, underhanded. I miss a lot of what she says. I have to watch it over and over again. Sometimes I'm just now catching things that she says. But that's the thing with liars, is they say so many things.
Yeah, with Lindsay, I do.
Yeah.
I have termination letters.
But you don't know who's. So it sounds like there's more than one.
There's
more than one person that could be doing
there's
this.
multiple people involved. I've talked to.
And this really brings to the forefront that there's multiple people. But when she did her 9.5 hour live, she really just focused on that one stalker. Now, didn't she?
I've been saying.
And Christina's not even involved in this. It's crazy. Jeneese is like the one that is in the forefront of this one. And if you're wondering, I keep dropping that name, Jeneese, but this is Jeneese. She's Ballerina Flats. She will often come in chat. She's over on Reddit. She is the one that approached Lauren at the court, and Lauren said, I feel threatened, right? That's Jeneese.
Of who's involved, and they are telling me you need to be prepared for this to go public. They want her head on a platter. They want to destroy her.
Okay.
Like, these people are. I have the first threat here, and I have the email that we got.
So what's the threat? What's the words of the threat?
This one was public service announcement. So for context, she had a private conversation with another person who works for her this day, and just said she was really upset about the falling out and how this ended, the employment stuff ended. And 2 hours later, this goes on social media. Public service announcement. You better quit lying private before the truth gets
That's
out.
a good point, actually. I think that is the reason. I think any one of them could have been the OG stalker, right? Any of them could have rose to that position. But Christina got it because she created the TikTok.
Public. I'm not sure if you're suffering from delusions or amnesia, but you're trying to play with OG Crash House. We don't mind exposing what needs to be exposed. Didn't act you as a courtesy, but don't mistake that for hesitation. They put that in a public forum.
Okay.
And then at first,
Take a screenshot of that if you can.
I have it.
Okay.
At first, I told her, I'm not sure that this is what you think it is. Like, this could just be coincidence. And then
Or an idle, a threat in a sense of, oh, we have stuff on you, but maybe they don't.
Right. Well, and I was like, how would they have gotten that message?
It's like concerning to me that Grayson is acting like this is her. like as if she is Lauren, as if she is the one being stalked. Is it Lauren or Grayson that's being stalked at this point? Because Grayson's acting the same as Lauren.
Yeah. Give me 1 second here. Hey, I'm gonna call.
And she loves it. This one here loves it. She loves it. But I feel like her world is about to crumble. I really do. I'm getting the vibes that, you know, Dr. John is like, why did you even have to do this? Why did we even have to do all this? Our kingdom is crumbling. Why are you doing this?
Service right now. Are you going to be in that area for a little while, or?
Yeah, I'll head up there. I'll be there for like 20 minutes or so.
You got a particular location you got to visit?
I'll just be at the watermill thing at Speedy Park there.
Okay, I'll see if I can get off. I'll text you when I get done with this call for service and see if you're still in the area then.
It's a mess.
All right. Thanks a lot, man.
Like there's a lot of
So when they posted this, they said, I'm not sure, but I started digging. By that point, you had lost
You have
access
too many
to your
pillows.
email. That we thought was really strange. We're like, that's weird. You've lost access to your emails. I was able to recover those and locked everything down.
it is a freshly toned hair or dyed, whichever it is.
Tell that things have been messed with.
Okay.
And then we went to a trial that we were reporting at 2 weeks later, and somebody came up to you and said, all your messages are everywhere. People have them.
And they're horrible.
And they're horrible. And so that's when we,
And other people are getting
Did
hurt.
they
Again, my
did they
biggest
say
concern
did they
is-
say specific though? Because to say there's a lot of them out there that's not specific, that just
we got
I'm just trying to say that somebody truly saw, or they're saying that they saw.
we received some of the messages that are
From
out there.
You received the messages that somebody
the
else.
screenshots
Okay.
of my private messages
Okay.
from a person that shouldn't have had them.
Okay.
And exactly what I thought, this person was hurt by things
It is
said
interesting.
about her in private.
I don't let anybody in my house without straightening it up. Like don't ever come knocking on my door if I don't know you're coming, because I won't be pleased with it. Give me some warning so I can, tidy up, because I don't want anyone coming into my space when it's messy.
I apologize, but again, like I said, people just think this is a fun game for them. And like there's one person who volunteered for me, for example, I'm just using an example, who's I learned is suicidal.
Mhm.
And behind the scenes, as she's volunteering for me, behind the scenes, people are complaining. My employees are complaining about this person. I'm
Mhm.
like, look, I know.
Wouldn't that be awful? Wouldn't that just be absolutely awful if she was talking shit about Colby and Dr. John was being a quote unquote dad to him?
No, she's annoying, but just deal with it.
Yeah.
She gets this, you know what I mean? Like, this is to me, I'm like,
Miss Roper.
and I know you guys deal with this every day. Like, people are assholes, but she could self-harm. Do you know what I mean? This is so
That makes me laugh
on
so
many levels, not just oh, woe is me.
Right.
I care about all these
I get it.
people.
I get it.
But
But my job is to decipher if there's a criminal act or not.
correct. Okay.
So I'm there's a lot of crummy people out there that are horrible to other people, whether it's child against a parent, parent against a child, saying ugly
Sure.
things,
Sure.
saying many ugly things, which is despicable, but it's not against the law.
Sure.
So that's what I'm.
Sure. I'm listening. I hear you. I don't agree with you. I'm not. She's just not.
Need to do
Yeah,
is
you need to figure it
decipher.
She's just needing to sound very important and very polished, but no.
If a crime has been committed, and then what route we would go down to trying to prove that.
Yeah. Correct.
Because cybercrime is it's a whole different
other-
challenge and stuff.
So
I agree.
And
Yeah, no, you don't.
I hear what you're saying.
if they're not asking for money, it's hard to say that there's extortion there. Okay.
Okay.
So, or asking for something in return. That's hard to say that there's extortion, because
I'm the person in the theater yelling back at the screen, by the way.
I mean, if you look at just the political arena, people have dirt on people, have dirt on people, have dirt on people.
Right.
Hey, I'm going to let this out if, you don't do this for me.
Sure.
That would be extortion, sure. But if for being vindictive or saying, I know you're not telling the truth, so unless you tell the truth, I'm going to let this out. That's That's not really for money or personal gain. That's just saying, hey, I'm going to out
Nah, we're not going to stop here, though. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
you.
Right.
Right? So
You know what I think she needs to do? I think she needs to call Dr. John.
the crime in that is, there's no real crime. So then it comes down to, you did share passwords with persons. So it would be like, well, when were these conversations or when were these emails compared to, did they forward themselves the emails or copy the emails, 10 weeks ago compared to they were fired 2 weeks ago and got in there and got them within the last 2 weeks. I mean, if there was something that you could say, yes, this is a conversation I had 2 weeks ago, nobody knew about it prior, and all of a sudden now they know about it, then it's like, okay, well, they shouldn't know about it because you changed your passwords and we can cut the date off at this. 10 weeks ago was a conversation compared to 2 weeks ago was a conversation. These people were let go 4 weeks ago. So there's no way they should have known this stuff, because that's where the NDAs come in hugely, huge. NDAs are lifesavers for people like you.
Yeah.
So, and celebrities, Hollywood, all that stuff.
She signed with whoever it wasn't. Unfortunately, they were my employees, so I probably wasn't considered a public figure, and then I got.
And you trusted them, and
I can't stop laughing at the Miss Roper because I see it.
and unfortunately, I mean, I've had a small business, so I get it.
Yeah.
It's they're great until they're not.
Right, and then it sucks. And then now that I'm a public figure, and there are other people that could be really hurt by this. Yeah.
So June
Yeah,
9th
and the other people to be hurt, then they would be the victims, though, not you. So I feel I understand that you're feeling for them, and you don't want them.
Look at Grayson, and she's one of the kids that lives downstairs. She would definitely not be Chrissy. She'd be Janet.
To be hurt, I understand that, but at that point, if they are hurt, that would be them going after persons based on them being the victim of whatever that is. Does that make sense?
June 9th was the second one. I found it. We had an email sent to us from Proton, which I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah.
Double encryption. The email was, if you only knew 111. The subject was, the truth will come out. Hidden true crime.
Why are they so wrapped up in the Proton stuff? I don't understand, because if you really want to figure out who is sending the email, can't you figure it out? Or why are they so wrapped up? And it's a very common thing for people in the news field, I've heard, to use our Protons. So why are they so wrapped up about that?
Or like hidden true lies. All of it will come to light. Your trash talking Kay Woodcock, Heather Daybell, Gigi, and Justin London, maybe and Ashley Bishop, Susan Hendricks, Rob Wood, Rachel Smith, and Ray Hermes. All of them are BCC'd on this email. Your text messages will prove it.
Okay.
Like, they have her text messages.
But they haven't sent them out, though.
They have. We just haven't. People are calling me saying I have them. I've gotten files.
So you've seen the text messages.
I've seen
Did they
them.
say where they got them from?
We know some. I know.
We could give you people who do know where they came from. So we called someone today. And that person
So they would have to.
That's the person who said News Nation has reached out, Long Crime has reached out, and she said
They would have to be willing to work with us to help us find that. So that's the challenge as well.
This person,
Because news people, they're like, we don't want to reveal our sources.
I think this person.
So that's the big challenge too.
I think she would.
Then is this going to be considered slander?
They're like,
Have you talked to your brother about slander?
I don't know if she's going to support our narrative, and she might tell you the truth. So maybe we should pepper this with something first.
We've talked about everything. I mean, I called him this morning. I had a meeting with him this morning when I started realizing how this kind of happened this morning. As I've been working behind the scenes for a few days trying to figure out what happened. And I get on a call with somebody this morning, and somebody said, "Is Stephanie a former employee of Lauren's?" And I said, "Yeah." I didn't know this person knew who that was. And this person tells me, "Okay, well, I was told I should call Stephanie, and she'll give me everything. She has all those screenshots. She's the one with everything."
Okay.
And Stephanie was sent to cease and desist. We knew she was one of the ones that was doing all this behind the scenes.
But then you'd have to prove that she shared after the fact.
Let's specify this. I think that somebody could tell you. I do think Gigi respects police.
Yeah.
And if she knew that police were calling, I think that she might share the sources.
Yeah.
She wouldn't share it with us.
Okay.
I do think, and she's the one who said that she had heard from Long Crime and News Nation.
Okay, and so once again, hearing it and seeing it are two different things.
She's
'Cause then it's-
Okay, so I got to come to you guys because I'm lost here. Who is Stephanie? Who's Stephanie in all of this? Because I do have Jay's 7 OGs and I'm confused because I don't see Stephanie in here. Which one is Stephanie in this? There's just too many. There's too many people they're pulling in. Let me see what you guys are saying. Who's Stephanie? Oh, an ex-mod. Okay, gotcha. Got it.
Then it's-
She's received voice
Hang on.
Okay.
Because then it becomes hearsay. So because they're calling her doesn't mean she has the information. So she has to be directly connected with the person. So a person.
So Stephanie is Gigi. Makes sense because then they were saying that she's with she is with a. Oh, that's so funny. It's so if it is Gigi, that makes it even more funny because she's like, she's with a reporting agency, but hasn't been with a reporting agency. If you know, you know, right?
A person goes to Newsweek or whatever. Newsweek comes back down. That's not from her. That's through completely different sources. It has to be direct.
She did
So
say
she
has files
said-
and everything.
She has files and files of emails and texts, including voice memos.
But where'd she get them from?
That's where you'd come in. We don't know.
We
Well, I thought you asked her.
We asked her and she wouldn't tell us her source, so I think she would tell you. But that was the question. Like you said, would they tell? You
Yeah.
don't have to call if you don't want to, but I'm just.
No. I mean, if she's not going to share with you, then I don't know why she would share with me because she doesn't have.
All right, I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's Gigi or the moderator. I'm not really sure which one it is.
I'm guessing she's in the industry, right?
She's in the industry, yeah.
I'm guessing it's Gigi because she wouldn't be saying a moderator is in the industry.
So once she ruins her reputation by giving up sources, then what's her job going to be?
I think.
I mean, I can have a conversation with her.
I hear you.
So that's the challenge of being in this kind of
Yeah, I hear you.
situation.
So I was also in the real news for a long time.
Mhm.
And so I kind of understand more how it works. She's an excellent journalist. She's a great journalist. She has not been in the real news, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I believe that if police called her, she might say that I received it from this person.
Okay.
But you know, I hear you, and I respect that. Like journalists wouldn't share, and she might not, but I think she might.
Okay. Control 3 out of 1. I'm with PR. Go for it.
Sorry, haven't got the new mic in. She thinks that Gigi might tell the truth, but might not. While we were doing that, I was doing a quick search to see if we could find Miss Roper in something very similar. Ladies, who among us embraced the captain a la Mrs. Roper? Well, we know Lauren did. Lauren embraced it, aka Mrs. Roper. Mrs. Roper embraced it. Lauren Roper. Warren Woper. That's a hard thing to say. Warren Woper. It's fun though. Warren Woper. Oh, I'm a 13-year-old boy today. My humor. Sorry.
When I talked to her today, she told me.
But I mean, I don't know. Maybe we don't want to. I mean, do we want to make this?
Have you talked? Has your brother suggested calling us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and you could call my brother.
And what did he feel? What crimes did he feel that were surpassed? I should say.
Cease and desist, he said,
Because some of that stuff is more civil than it is criminal.
Yeah, so he cited
Extortion would be criminal, but other things within this could be more on a civil level than a criminal level.
Yeah, and forgive me, I'm getting smaller.
That's fine.
So this is who I think Stephanie is. Stephanie used to work for HTC. She was an on contract, because I have heard Lauren talk about these letters that she sent out. And I did hear one of the letters that she sent out to Lindsay. There's so many people in this stupid saga, soap opera. But she's another person that was on friend/contract with Lauren, and she let her go. And she was a moderator, apparently. But it's really disgusting. I mean, I probably would think that Gigi would give up her sources for her if it were the police. Like, she just told. Did you guys see that Popcorn Planet has to give up their sources for the Blake Lively thing? The judge ruled that he's not a real news source. So, a loss for our YouTubers.
Do you have an identification or a driver's license I can just jot down quick? Do you got a Nevada driver's license or from another state?
I have a Nevada driver's license.
Okay.
Here's the cease and desist he sent Stephanie. Unauthorized access of private accounts. Dissemination of private.
But we don't know that she did that after the fact or before. If she took all this information before the cease and desist. And here's the thing. I'm not saying it's possible one way or the other. What I'm saying is anything that I would have that may be criminal would go before a judge or actually before a district attorney. Then the district attorney would have to look at it and say, yes, I think we have enough information to go forward into court. So in a sense, I almost act like a judge in a sense, being like, what do I have? Because if I don't have nothing, or if I have questionable information, or a third party is telling me this.
If you'd start doing that, people are going to clam up and stop talking, and it's not a good look. It's just more, like silencing people, and I'm not for it.
Information by hearsay, I don't have nothing. I work on facts. That's what we do as police officers. We're supposed to.
Oh yes, facts. I love facts. I'm a journalist. I know those.
So that's so yeah, the information prior compared to the information after.
You to let them know that you're a journalist. Again, Lauren, are you going to do it?
That's where the NDA would have saved a lot of headaches. But the cease and desist, they would have to be proof of her.
The cops saying you're an idiot if you just would have got some NDAs.
Continuing this process after the fact.
Right.
So that would be like contacting all these.
I bet Lauren's NDing all her friends now.
People that have this information and saying, who did you get it from? And them saying it was from her, and then say, when did you get it from her?
Here's the thing. I think Lauren likes to call these people like they're co-workers, but they were really her friends, her fans first. So you're not going to ask your friends and fans to sign NDAs, and then
I'm sitting down to get information, not to.
She does not get back.
Call John. I think the other concern too is they might have even just text between my husband and myself. From what it sounds like.
I'm sorry, say it again.
Oh no!
They might have text just between my.
Stop here. I don't know how many people have showed it. How many people have shown this video? Oh my God! How many different people are going to show the same video? Give me a break. Let's get out of junior high and grow up. Well, you know what? The door's right over there. If you find this to be junior high, the doors aren't locked. These doors are open, and there's so much more out there on the internet if you want to go out there and find it. In fact, I could usher you out if you want. I'm not going to, but doors aren't locked, my friend. The doors are not locked.
My husband and myself.
Okay.
He's my co-host. He's a criminal psychologist.
Okay.
And I hear you. You go by facts. I understand that, and a lot of this is in the works, right? So it's right. I'm sharing. So we get it. We're sharing circumstantial evidence with you that could later become a fact. But I hear you. You need.
Tell me you're a hidden gem without telling me you're a hidden gem. You people are awful. You're a hidden gem.
Trying to figure this out. So thank you. So we get it. I'm a journalist. I work by facts too. And I know it's
which all journalists should.
Yeah, and I understand what circumstantial evidence.
I'm going to put this on.
Figuring out.
I mean, the sarcasm with this guy, the snarkiness, I mean, I approve. It is Gen X approved.
Let me call my husband. So he spoke. Well, I think you could speak briefly.
What's your phone number real quick, since you're the victim?
You know what I feel like? I love, has anyone been watching the new P. Diddy thing that 50 Cent put out? Like, he's like, I don't care. I'm exposing it. Like, this behavior is not cool. It's not cool. And I don't want people to think that this is what it's about, to be a true crime reporter. And so, you know, if you don't like it, move on. You can move along. Keep it moving. That's what I say. Keep it moving.
Like, I don't know if you know the Lori Vallow Daybell case. Do you know?
No, I like watching To Catch a Smuggler and stuff like that. And
okay, well, it's a Netflix.
the cops, you know, bad boys, and so
yeah, it's
the other stuff interests me. It's just I don't have the time to sit down and.
Right. Well, that's this case that's really impacted that we were covering. She's a mom who's got her 2 kids and her husband and the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very viral true crime case. That's what we've been.
It has a
covering.
Netflix documentary to it.
Very
Dateline,
real.
7 Datelines.
Yeah.
This is real stuff. This is really real. It's not fake. It's really real.
My husband spoke to the. Well, I don't want to get him involved. Again, I don't want to get him
Yes, you do. You're about to call him.
involved right now. So,
Okay. Real quick, what'd you say your friend's name is then, and the phone number?
He doesn't want to get Dr. John involved either, but Dr. John's about to be involved.
That may talk to us.
Gigi?
Oh, it was
Proper name?
Gigi. So it was Gigi because she just said the name Gigi.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very viral true crime case. That's what we've been.
It has a
covering.
Netflix documentary to it. Dateline, 7 Datelines.
Yeah.
My husband spoke to the. Well, I don't want to get him involved. Again, I don't want to get a victim involved right now. So,
Okay. Real quick, what'd you say your friend's name is then, and the phone number that may talk to us?
Gigi?
Gigi. There it is. It's Gigi. It is Gigi. So she thought Gigi would give her sources. She's pulling Gigi into this. The channel that she tried to pull down, Gigi said this herself. Gigi said that Lauren was doing despicable things to her channel, and that she wanted no part of Lauren Turd. Let me get that for you.
That's just my opinion. Just one. I was a legal advocate. I used to go to courts and help people get PPOs. This is not stalking. So, but that's just my opinion. Just one woman's opinion here in Michigan or Florida. I'm from Michigan, but I'm in Florida.
I
So
always forget I'm in Florida. But this is Gigi's statement that she did, and I will link this down. We're not going to look at it all, but she talked about it. I posted on this thread, but let me copy and paste for you again. There's much more but I don't air dirty laundry. All the drama aside from the current topic of discussion was known to a lot of us in spring. This is happening in June. We all moved on, but I guess this has caused the past to rise back up, which I am totally over. After months of being thrown in at no fault of my own, this was in response to someone saying they hope I wasn't shunning Lauren. So she has a full-ass statement where she talks about how the negativity and the things going on in her life, she couldn't deal with it, and she just cut Lauren out. I gotta make sure my mic isn't muted. I'm not on my, okay. Just cut Lauren out. And that's what I do. I mean, if I give people chances, but after a while, I don't want to deal with it anymore. I don't. I'm too stressed out on my own. I can't deal with too much more stress. And if you put more stress on me as a friend, like I will try to help you deal with your stress. But if you're putting stressors on me on top of that, and that sounds like what Lauren was doing, she was putting stressors on Gigi as a friend on top of it. And it sounds like she does it to all her friends. Like she puts these added stressors on them. Like, I don't want to deal with this fucking drama. Like, why are you bringing this drama to my door? And she's bringing it directly to Gigi's door, and it's ridiculous. Anyway, if you want to take a look at the statement, there it is. So gross.
Proper name?
I don't know if she consider us a friend right now.
How do you spell her last name?
And she told me on the phone today, well, if you think this is against the law, then you should be getting law enforcement involved. And I said, we've had attorneys involved in this for months. So she's well aware.
Right. So she said.
Well, and the attorney's going to be like, yes, I can see where this is breaking this law. So now we'll get him involved.
Full disclosure, she's received a lot of info because a lot of the private text messages have to do with her.
I really hope that Gigi just gets to the point where she just comes out and tells us. Gigi, just tell us. Give it to us. The story's not going away. Please share with us. Let us know.
Okay.
So that's why I say I don't know.
But I totally respect her staying out of it, like for the most part. But man, I hope Gigi comes back and says something.
Consider me a friend right now.
No, somebody that's willing to talk. What's the phone number?
Oh, she has mental health issues for sure.
And she lives in what state?
I'm calling my husband
I
up.
couldn't diagnose mental health issues without having met with anybody in person. My background is in psych soc, but I would say borderline is very big. And it's just white women, a lot of white families have borderline personality disorders running rampant with them. And that would be my first guess. It's a guess because I haven't ever met with her. I've never evaluated her, but it's my guess.
On the phone right now just so she can understand.
So
My
what?
husband's done a lot of work.
So it sounds like there's a lot of emotional stuff, and
My family is full of BPDs, and so I really know how to spot them. And I just really feel like she's one of them. Somebody said in my comments, like, I don't understand why you don't like her. And I for one, I don't really understand why you don't understand. But a lot of it is, it's a lot of triggers. Lauren triggers me. I think a lot of us have a Lauren turd in our life, and she's very triggering. She presses all my buttons.
very upsetting stuff. I get it. So what area do you feel? Because right now, I hate to say it, but from my point of view, and I'm going to call my sergeant and probably get a detective involved, at least for the initial information. Right now, I'm not seeing a crime, but this isn't my forte either.
Sure. Your call has been forwarded. That was my husband, by the way. I was trying to call. My husband does criminal assessments.
Mhm.
Oh, well, see, I thought you didn't want to get Dr. Yawn involved. Here we go, Dr. Yawn. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Yawn.
Licensed here in Nevada and Utah.
Because people say a lot of crummy things about other people online and stuff.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to threats and harassments, there has to be
Welcome to the Power Network, Roxy.
very specific threat / harassment is a series of things for the most part. A threat is got to be very specific, and it really stinks for us as police officers, but it's even worse for the victim or the person that's being victimized.
You really haven't lived until you're telling the truth about something, but somebody's lying about it and they believe the liar. Like, you really figure out who you are as a person and how to self-regulate and how to get on track, and how I don't give a fuck now if anybody believes me or not, because in one of my biggest moments, I told the truth and I wasn't believed. And that's a out of body moment when you're like, I'm fucking being abused and you're not believed. So this is very triggering because one, she is claiming to be the abused one when she, in my opinion, is the abuser. And that's really triggering for me. It's very triggering. And I think it's very triggering for a lot of people.
The reason I say that is somebody could say, I'm going to come over, and make sure I take care of you. What does that mean?
Right.
Depends on what happened prior, right? We can document that kind of stuff, but does it mean they're going to come over and wash your car? Does it mean come over and cook your food, tuck you into bed, or come over and, beat you up? It's not specific. It just says, I'm going to come over and take care of you. So that's where it's frustrating for victims.
I don't think John has the full story. I think John is reacting on this, what she's told him, and I don't think he has the full story. And I do think there's some cheating involved. This is just all my opinion, you guys. This is for entertainment and educational research only. I urge you to go out there and do your own. But I, like in my woo bones, my woo body, I do feel that there is some cheating involved somewhere in the history.
Is they're like, but I know what they meant by this. And it's like, I understand you're feeling this way, but based on the verbiage, we can't go down the criminal route right now because they're not being specific enough.
Yeah.
And it really stinks because they look at us like, why aren't you doing anything? It's not. It's like, my hands are tied because the Nevada law doesn't,
Right.
go down that
I
road.
understand what you're saying. Yeah. I hear you. And like I said, there's probably going to be a lot more coming out in the next few days. So I don't know if there can be like a case number to like, you know what I mean? Like, or, you know what I mean? Like
that Lauren talks shit about people. She talks shit about people. She's trying to do like the most monumental CYA that I've ever seen in my life. But it's like, it is backfiring, and I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying the backfire because she's tying up police resources. They're even trying to get the FBI involved. They wanted Christina on a fucking tether. They wanted Christina to be involved in the legal system for the rest of her goddamn life over this. I'm pissed. When it comes down to it, I get really pissed. Like, I can laugh about it because I'd rather laugh than scream about it, but I get really angry about it. And I don't know why people, when they ask me why I'm so angry about it, like, why are you not?
I think you're right. We're working with some circumstantial evidence, but we're receiving new information every hour.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be that we're finally working with some not circumstantial evidence. Let me also talk to you about this. Let's, and this is me thinking as a whole about everybody involved. Do we want them to call Gigi right now? Could that escalate things?
It makes me wonder if they will go public right now, just because it's like, let's just get it off our plate.
Yeah. And again, I am the victim, but there will be other victims.
There'll be other people that'll be victims the second
Correct.
time. Yeah.
Yes.
It's like when they go to court and they let a killer free or something like that, or let them off with 2 years.
Correct.
Then they get victimized the second time.
Correct. This is my husband.
Both by the suspect and by the state.
Correct. Hey, babe, are you there?
We've all been saying over and over again, she should just apologize and they should go away for a while. They won't do that. I mean, lucky for us, unlucky for the victims that are being re-victimized. I'm sorry, Kresha, and like that family. I'm so sorry for that family. And, that's just one of the families. Who else? That's just the family that we know about. They've covered quite a few other cases. What other crime victims are they talking about? Because I would hazard to guess that it's quite a few. It's quite a few. And who does that? Who sits and talks about crime victims' families? Even me, when I've had some involvement with crime victim families and it's not been great. And I still manage to stay nice because I have like something inside of me that feels sorry for them. Like if I feel sorry for you, I'm not putting the full attack on you. But, if you come attack me, I got it in my back pocket. And, what can I say? You struck first. But I am more lenient when this happens. But I don't get it. I don't get it.
That's where it's like, I don't know if it's worth it. to
We have a
call her
police-
right now.
We have a police officer here.
Some
You know, a
sometimes
lot
there's
of
that
it's
case like
circumstantial evidence, but I just wanna put it on
neighbors,
speaker.
problems with neighbors. Sometimes they don't want us to contact the neighbor because they're afraid it will inflame things.
Yes, yeah, you know.
Right, so he's understanding, I just want you to know, at first we were like, we just gave him, what we've explained right now is like, look, I am the victim, but we have a big concern about the actual victims in the cases we cover and then being re-victimized by my pieces, by my private messages that come out. So at first, I just want you to know, and he understands that, this is Officer, what was your last name, I'm sorry?
Bovey.
Boldy, he's great, and and we're working with circumstantial evidence right now. We know that he understands again that we don't want to re-victimize any victims. So at first we're like, well, we know who you could figure out the source from and has all the information. He said, Gigi, you wouldn't consider me a friend right now.
Roxy, that there's some sarcasm at its finest. My hat is off to you.
But she had the information, and so he was going to call her. And now I'm rethinking because I think that could put fuel on the fire. I'm just thinking about protecting everyone else. Do we want him to? I don't know if we should have him call Gigi right now or not. He wants to know because I don't want to hurt.
I know.
Like, would that like make them release stuff now?
We're
Because
gonna look at that at the end. Like they are picking through the most sensational stories they can possibly find. It's gross. Well, I mean, it's not. I don't know. Is it gross? We're true crime. I don't know. It's kind of gross. Yeah, it's gross, but it's true crime. So I don't want to be too like, but I am because I can't stand this crew. But like, it's gross.
they're
They just want to get it over.
they're angry, right? Is this the Streisand effect where
Oh, the
You know,
Streisand effect. You know, Dr. Yawn has said that to her a few times. The Streisand effect. The Streisand effect. The Streisand effect. The Streisand effect.
So, can you hear me?
we can hear you or you're on speaker?
Okay. The most important thing is we're about to have, all our hard work is about to be threatened or go down the drain.
The kingdom is about to crumble. That's the most important thing. I'm about to lose all my money, friend. My popularity, my standing. I won't be able to go to Trader Joe's and be recognized in a good way. Jesus.
In a minute, in an instant, right? Like,
In a New York minute.
I mean, my goal is to get them to stop publishing private emails, text, voicemails, right? They have to know our stuff. It's illegal by Nevada statute and federal law for them to share private information without our consent. We never gave consent. If calling her is going to prevent them or stop them from publishing, then it's probably worth it.
But if it's not, she's not going to be the one that publishes it. So it's like,
But it'll get back to the source though. And also, I mean, can he call like Stephanie?
well, let's say he calls. Let's say he calls and he says there's no law that's broken right now, as she asks. Does that empower them?
Well, but they know. I'm sure the officer knows the Nevada statutes. Nevada's a two-party consent state. You can't just share private stuff without consent. You never gave consent.
Here's where
I love Lauren's having a devil's advocate conversation with John in front of the police officer. Like they don't know that they're trying to influence him. So fucking ridiculous.
It's terrifying to me.
Like the tactics these two go through, it's a lot.
That, and it should be terrifying to like every citizen in Nevada that somebody can just take your private correspondence and put it on blast publicly.
So this is not my exact forte, right? I'm a patrol officer. I already said that I talked to my.
I mean, they're having a conversation between the two of them, like the officer isn't even there, like the good officer and blah, 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 blah. And you should tell, it's just ridiculous. Like they know he's hearing what they're saying and they've made sure to give the officer his credentials. I can't stand it.
Sergeant about this, and if we have to get a detective involved, we will. At the same time, though, there was no non-disclosure agreement. So if she gave passwords to employees to do business on her behalf,
and it was at this moment that Dr. John knew Lauren had given the keys to the kingdom away.
then there's kind of a gray area of how public is it compared to private,
I never gave.
or part of the business doings per se.
I never gave. Sorry, I don't know what that sound is. I never gave permission for any iCloud.
Guys, there's 249 of you in chat. If you guys could just take a moment and show me some love, hit the hearts button. Today we're coming to you on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So be sure to show me love on the platform you're at, and please consider subscribing.
Access or any phone access, which is what I think they.
Or Gmail accounts.
Yeah, or Gmail accounts. Actually, you're right.
There's no consent here. There's no consent to share any private information, and this person never had access to any private information.
But what? Okay, so for right now, as far as we know, so here's my challenge.
Okay, yeah.
So there's somebody, you guys have an idea of who this person is, and we're finding out through third parties that some information was already shared because you have screenshots, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah,
So those third party people would have to be willing to talk to us to give up their source to say yes, it came straight from this person.
right, that's true. I mean,
And if they're investigative reporters, I don't know how many investigative reporters are going to want to give up their sources because that's going to tarnish their.
Okay, well, you're making some sense here, but I'm going to use some of my psychological babble, I predict, to try to confuse you.
Reputation. So if we had a way to figure that out without them, I mean, not saying we can't call them, but if there's a way to figure that out without them, then that'd be more beneficial for sure.
Is there anyone in Metro? So we have encrypted emails.
We haven't shared anything.
We have encrypted emails from people that are obviously the source. I just don't know. Is there anyone in Metro that like could figure out like where these are coming from? Because that's ultimately that's where we want to go.
That's why it says this isn't my forte, so I'm not sure. If anybody, would have to be a special detective that works with computer crimes.
And what about the harassment aspect too? I want to point out the harassment aspect because again, like we're getting these cryptic proton emails saying you're about. We've blind copied all these people, even though you blind copy people so that people don't know you blind copied them, and they're like, we blind copied everyone. We're doing this. We are outing you.
Yeah,
there's like multiple emails like that. Also, I feel like lies in like harassment. Like, why are they doing that? Like, this is like a game to them. This is, you know what I mean? Like they're having.
I'm annoyed.
Like I said, there's a lot of ugly people that do stupid things, and they're mean
All
people.
of the police officers I've noticed come in on the scene. Well, in the Bodycam, in this case, in the hidden true crime case, they come on the scene all like, "Yeah, let's get this stalker." And then when they hear the story, they're like, wait, what? Maybe it's not what you think it is. You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means."
Bully people and stuff like that, it doesn't mean it's a crime.
Right.
So I get.
I hear what you're saying, but wrong. She says right, but she means wrong.
We've blind copied all these people, even though you blind copy people so that people don't know you blind copied them, and they're like, we blind copied everyone. We're doing this. We are outing you.
Yeah, there's
like multiple emails like that. Also,
what the irony is that they didn't out them. That these three clowns outed themselves. That's the irony of it, is that these three clowns, the ropers and the kid, outed themselves. It's crazy.
I feel like lies in like harassment. Like, why are they doing that? Like, this is like a game to them. This is, you know what I mean? Like they're
like I said, there's a lot of ugly people that do stupid things, and they're mean people that bully people and stuff like that. It doesn't mean it's a crime.
That's what I said when I had somebody bullying me on the internet. You know, like people are like, what kind of person? Because they sent their flying monkeys after me, you know, like people would ask me, well, what kind of person would do that? And I said, well, do you think they're the only bad person in the world? Do you think that they're it? No, there's misguided and bad people out there. There just is.
Right.
So I get what you're saying with the possibility of doing this. And even the blind copy, not knowing who those people are, if there are people, it's that's what we don't know right now.
One of them is another person that I work
Is
for.
extortion a crime? Because I mean, they're basically
Extortion would be them asking for something. Did they ask for
Blind
money or anything?
Oops. Blind copy means when you CC it, but you can't see who CC'd into it. So there's a lot of people copied, CC'd, but you don't know who it is.
I
I don't usually do blind copies. Like when I do my invites for panels, I want people to see exactly who I am inviting onto the show and stuff like that. But like if I do like emails where it would be like to just a group of people about something I'm doing, that would be like I would blind copy it. But
seen that you just kicked that email out today. What are they threatening? Well, they're threatening our livelihood.
That's a bit gray. I don't know about that. They're just saying to put out information. So I'll tell you what. I'll talk to my sergeant right now with what I have, and we'll see if I'll see. They'll probably end up getting in touch with our cyber detective and see how this might play out.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I know, officer. Like, by the way, just as an aside, I worked not in the last few years, but I've worked closely with your.
oh, good Lord, he's gonna name drop. He's gonna name drop his superior. Is he gonna name drop his superior? Is he?
I have in the past your internet sex crimes.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes.
And I've done a lot of evaluations.
Okay. Story time. Growing up, my mom married a man that was an ex-police officer. He was older. Like when she married him, she was in her 30s. He was in his 50s. So he had retired from the police force and was like guarding this like rich guy. But he's an ex-police officer. And when we would be driving and he would speed, when the police officer would stop him, he would take out his FOP card and put it like right by his driver's license so that the guy, like they knew, like I'm one of you, right? That's why I have like real, like people wonder, like I appreciate police officers. And I'm not saying that this guy that my mom married wasn't. He helped us, and but I watched him like choke a kid out in front of our neighborhood and nothing happened to him, right? Because he was an ex-police officer. So we all know what's happening here.
Sex offenders that got put away. Obviously, that's a very different crime, but I just want to say that I've always appreciated Metro and worked closely with you guys.
I'm one of you.
Thank you
nudge,
for
nudge.
listening to us. Yeah, I think the problem here is, right, I know technically, since they haven't published this stuff, it's kind of hard to like.
And the police officer is really not vibing with it. He's not like, oh, okay. He didn't say a word. He just let that like lie flat. And John moved on.
According to like Gigi, they're like minutes away from publishing this stuff. So, like, we're trying to salvage our reputation. But, like,
Well, not just our reputation, but
Trying
like
to be
the
you're
victims.
trying to be proactive. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. And yeah, it is a little confusing. Like,
John ever mentioned that they're trying to save Lauren's life? Like they're trying to protect Lauren, that they're afraid for Lauren. She's fearful of her life. She's fearful for her son's life. He's fearful. I mean, even Grayson was put in the injunction. So Grayson too? Like, are the Matthiases afraid? Does he even mention fear of being harmed? Or is it just their reputation?
technically, after the damage is done, yeah, you've got federal crimes and you've got state crimes, right? But like, And maybe they're just playing a game. Maybe they're not going to publish. I mean, unfortunately, we have sources that have said that they've seen some of the emails and they know they're coming. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. We just try it like.
Yeah, you know
I
what?
never watched Hidden True Crime, but this morning I caught something that I had done from Hidden True Crime. They had the baby Emmanuel case recently. I guess they had covered it, and I had grabbed a quick clip of Lauren talking about it, but then I put a filter over it and I made her look ridiculous. It was before this even happened, but I do that often. I will make a person look ridiculous. I will make myself look ridiculous. Yeah. I never really watched her. I wasn't a subscriber at all. She annoyed me.
Concern is the whole text of like these will be shown by your text messages. Like they're very clear that they are releasing your text messages. And the fact that they were in your iCloud account, which is cited.
I've never given them the password to my iCloud.
Nobody's really willing.
And you've seen a direct copy of a particular text then?
I've seen somebody show me one in person. Yeah, I've seen things.
Or do you have it sent to you right now? One that you know for a fact is from your iCloud account?
Do we have one from?
Do they? Do they?
Did you get it?
I don't know. Do you have it? Like that would be the first thing that I would have saved. I would have done is save something like that. I don't know. Do you have it? I didn't save it. Did you save it? No, I didn't save it. Did you save it? Bullshit.
Because here's what we usually do. We go by the screenshots showing the proof of, and I mean, it's kind of like a financial crime in a sense. We need all this documentation, the bank account records and all that other stuff, So
Did you
having all this stuff, you can talk about it, you can say I saw it, but without the proof, once again, there's not a lot to go off of, or nothing to go off of. So the proof is what we need.
I think with all this new AI, they're going to have to figure out a way to be able to show digital proof, whether it's altered. And I mean, it's getting to the point now with AI. I don't even enjoy watching shorts anymore because it's all AI.
Somebody official with law enforcement calls Gigi and says, we're aware of the fact that you believe that you see texts that are private correspondence.
These ones aren't iCloud. These are her private messages that have been sent around and were emailed.
And it's like did they not know that this is like what we do for shits and giggles? Like most of us will do it for free. Most of us will do it like when we're laying in bed in our free time. What the F did they think? Did they think? All right. They did think. They thought we were stupid, but they thought wrong. Huh? They thought wrong. Outsmarting people.
I understand.
It makes
You
me
guys
so
can
wild.
Gigi and say, we have information.
They're crossing out names of who's in it.
Wait.
November
John's-
23rd, okay.
Wait, hold on, John. There's two people talking. Hold on. Okay, go ahead, John.
We have information that you've seen private texts that have been shared with you from Lauren's iCloud account, which, by the way, is a crime. That's illegal. It's a federal crime because we're going across state lines. Like, you can't share the private information.
Well, I don't enforce federal crime either, so the FBI would probably have to get involved with this.
Right, I agree. There's actually two federal crimes here. But, yes, I know the FBI meant it to jump in.
Because this may be more FBI than local.
That's what I'm thinking.
I agree.
I don't know.
We all agree with that. But my biggest concern though, John, is if
You especially, Kylie, you've given me some added information because I know that you used to support them, and I just feel bad for the people that were like. I think back to the days when I supported Gypsy Rose Blanchard, and that embarrasses me. Like I feel stupid for doing that, but I don't think it's stupid to support people, to give them your admiration and support until they do things that you realize aren't worth your support. So if you were once a hidden gem, I've done things in my past where I'm like, wow, they really fooled me now, didn't they? But live and learn, right? Live and learn. It's another reason why I'm covering this.
Anderson police calls because this isn't their jurisdiction, they're not federal, and they say to Gigi, we don't know if there's a crime that's been committed if she asks.
This goes further.
Then it goes further. And if if he's still trying to figure that out, he can't say there's been a crime that's been committed if he's still.
Have you submitted anything to FBI at all yet?
No, what's the
We made a police report in error and,
Arizona in April when this first started.
yeah.
I
And
wonder.
what they say?
They listened and took a record and then said, would you want to press
I wonder
charges?
if they're.
We said yes.
I actually
Didn't
want.
hear back.
God damn it. My mouse isn't even clicking correctly. Hold on. I wonder if they have contacted the FBI, and I wonder if they're carrying this further. Like, if all of this heat on them is making them decide that maybe this wasn't a good idea and they're retreating, or are they digging in deeper? I do wonder.
And then things kind of died down, so we thought everything was done. We were
Have you
just-
contacted them recently? Because here's the thing: if this started when you guys were in Arizona, and you already gave a police report, doing a multiple 2 times, 3 times police reports don't make sense. And now it feels like that's what I'm kind of doing.
Okay. The reason I called you was because we live here. We were in Arizona on a business
Yeah, but-
trip,
Okay.
and so that was why I got them involved.
Do you
over
really
there,
believe-
because I was worried.
Oh, what is all right? I can't start pounding things, hitting things. I mean, just gently tap them, and it's fine. It's fine. Mercury is retrograde, but I do wonder too.
About her safety. She had somebody physically coming up threatening her at the courthouse.
Yeah,
Okay.
bailiffs had to say,
No, I meant to say.
her alone.
Okay.
I meant to say they lie so much that I do wonder if they actually opened up an FBI case. I don't know if I believe them
I was
Okay.
concerned.
because they didn't pull it out. Wouldn't you, if you had an FBI case open, wouldn't you have like pulled that up first, like and showed it? Would have been one of my first moves.
Did you call? Yeah, that's completely different. Did you call Arizona and try to find an update on? So what was reported down there? Was this reported down there, or just the situation at Arizona?
The beginning of this was reported in Arizona, and
But Grayson, it's a different crime. That was somebody basically stalking and threatening.
Yeah.
physically.
Okay,
This is-
we'll keep that out of it then.
Yeah, this is an internet crime. That was somebody who was harassing Lauren and threatening to harm her physically.
Okay,
This is
let me talk to my sergeant. Probably talk to our cyber guy, and go from there. I'm not going to try to call Gigi.
I know, do you see my concern with it?
Yeah. No,
No,
100%. While you were on the phone, we had that a lot with like neighbors across the street, next door, apartments, whatever. Where like, hey, I just want it documented. I don't want you to go talk to them because I'm afraid it'll escalate. I want it documented. So a lot of people do that as well. So based on your concerns, I will not make a phone call to her.
Okay.
Not at all. Let me talk to my sergeant and see kind of what direction we're at right now. Because right now, all I got is somebody saying they're going to do something and haven't yet. And your lawyer sent out a cease and desist to that person, right?
3 people.
That person may or may not have shared information to other news sources per se.
Correct.
And the reason I say may or may not have is because they would have to tell me it came from that particular person. And then we got a text message, copies of text messages from 2023, which
And I want to point
that
out
are being
that
sent out.
the
So there was a
text
copy of a text message, screenshots of a text message that is being sent out. And who'd you get that from?
You know, that's an interesting person because that's somebody that we hired to do contract work with,
Mhm.
and then they cut doing contract work with us because so they were sent that. So it's also like that's someone that like stopped working for us because it was sent. So this is someone like trying to physically hurt our business.
So that might not be from your iCloud account. That could be from the other person then.
they were sent it by the person that we've been telling you about. They said that. They told her directly, Stephanie sent this to me. And she said, I don't know why.
But we don't know where Stephanie got it from.
I don't know. She's in that. That was between.
And that's the other thing too. We'd have to try to prove that Stephanie had access to the iCloud and got into it, broke into it.
Yeah.
Or happen to know your contractor who took screenshots of it because it's on their phone too. And they took the screenshots and sent it to her.
So I think the best case, we're all here. If you could talk to your cyber unit, is that what you feel is best right now, officer?
That's all I can do because right now it's very, very loose stuff, extremely loose stuff. I understand the concern and I know the concern is real, 100%. I'm not trying to downplay that.
Lives to be blown up.
But
Very-
just like I mentioned earlier, when somebody says, I'm going to come over and take care of you, what does that mean? So there is real fear, concerns, and other things in person's minds when certain things happen, and they understand from their point of view what could or could not happen. The fact that it hasn't happened yet is good, but that
They don't realize that that's the moment where he was really excited. He was writing a lot down when they said that they were coming over there. He was like, oh, they said that? And they don't realize that.
would like pass that. But yeah, there's a lot of work that would have to go into if and when that took place, being the crime, and then tracing it back to the actual person that did it.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's not possible. It's just I'm not the one that's going to be able to figure it out.
Is everybody good? John, are we good?
I have problems with my iPhone. Come on now.
Unfortunately, this is sort of like so.
And yeah, internet crimes and stuff too. The FBI, I think it'd be good to get in touch with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably we need here. I mean, it's one of those.
It doesn't sound like he's saying the FBI is probably what we need here. It doesn't sound like they've like approached the FBI yet. It just seems like, I don't know. I think it's more lies.
Those situations where like I would do groups for convicted felons, and sometimes sometimes a sex offender would say, well, I'm thinking about.
How seedy that he says a sex offender. A sex offender. And we're talking about Christina and the Seven Gatherers. And he throws that out.
I'm thinking about offending again on, so-and-so, or like they'd be vague. I'm thinking about
He's really trying to play his psych degree up for this police officer. And to this police officer's credit, he's not buying it. Although, I mean, let's see what he says to this.
offending, and we would know who it was, right? Like we would know what they wouldn't say the person, but like we would have an idea based on
Really
their history
wouldn't
of
say
who
her
they were
name.
talking to.
Just said she wouldn't. She doesn't say my wife's name. And
Is that reportable, right? Like,
no.
I mean, obviously I don't want someone to get harmed.
Yes,
right?
you do.
Like, they haven't.
Yes, you do. You want Christina to have a tether on. You want her to be in the legal system. You are saying that you're contacting the FBI. Lies. Either you're lying about this or you're lying about the lies of the lies of the lies. It's all lies. Gaslighting lies.
Committed a crime, but there's like a specific credible threat. I don't know. It's
So sketchy.
it's a hard area.
It is, and I mentioned this earlier before you were on the phone. It's difficult because sometimes until that line is crossed, it's just an idle. When I say idle threat, it's not a criminal threat. It's just a threat of doing something, and until it happens, there's not a lot you can do. Sometimes depends on what it is. So just because people have certain thoughts of, I would like to go steal a car. I think that'd be fun. We're not going to go to somebody's house because they're planning on stealing a car.
Right. I guess like in this case, I know. I think there's a specific credible threat, but I don't know. Like, yeah, technically, until they publish the stuff and cross the line, like it's hard to know what to do. I mean, I guess we're going.
Well, that's where the cease and desist from the lawyer is huge, because then they can contact the lawyer, know that the lawyer is real. Lawyer can utilize certain federal laws, certain state laws in that, saying, if you do this, this is a law you'll be breaking, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes it's educating the other party and makes them be like, oh, man, that's not a good idea.
Now, unfortunately, one of the other parties, her husband, works for the FBI, so he doesn't seem to think this is a big deal.
Well, we don't know. We don't know if they've talked. They're not the best marriage, so let's be honest. We don't know. So,
I don't know what's been said, but I looked it up. The statute on these things it depends on how bad it is, but it's at least 5 years in prison. It's a felony. So, it is serious, and it's obviously there's civil issues in terms of if they ruin our business, which they would think our business would be.
Yeah, I brought up civil earlier.
A Oh, 9? Okay. So, and obviously it's going to be multiple counts. If it's here.
Lauren's on here telling people that they don't have a really good marriage. That's a little outrageous. Welcome to the new Dragonflies. I just gifted 5 memberships to Libby Francine, Bella Italian, Ronnie Victoria, HTC Victim, Rose. Oh, Rose C is here. Hi, Rose Z. Welcome to the Dragonflies. It's our membership program that we have over on the YouTube, on the YouTubes, on the tubes, the YT. Here, let me show you something about it if you're interested. Welcome to all the new Dragonflies, by the way. And if you're not subscribed, why are you not subscribed? I would really, really, really love to have you as a power subscriber. If you really like my content, be sure to become a Dragonfly, and that's our membership, and it's $2.99 a month. I release all my videos early. We have special emojis over in the chat room. I kind of share things ahead of time with my Dragonflies, and I go live sometimes just for the Dragonflies. It's a way that I can support you guys and give you more content, and it's a way for you to support our channel. It's $2.99 a month, and I would love to have you. Welcome to the Dragonflies. Let's get back into it.
Like 10 items, there's potentially 10 counts. So I don't know. Like it's frustrating.
No, I get it.
Right? It's frustrating because obviously our best case scenario there is to stop this or stop anything from being published.
It's so frustrating because I can't seem to influence you. I don't know what else to say.
Yep.
Hey, so I think I feel good where I am, John. Are you okay?
Yeah, I mean, so you don't think you should call Gigi?
Well, I think we have the concern. He can't say right now that there was a crime committed. So she asks, he has to say, I don't know. And then that gives him like.
She definitely does not want him to call Gigi for some reason. There is a reason she doesn't want him to call Gigi. And the reason is, I believe John doesn't know the full story.
Gives him power.
So I mean, it could be, this could just be an intimidation campaign, right? Like to scare us. I mean, that's true. Like it could just be like, we're gonna ruin your reputation without publishing a thing because we're implying or we're inferring that you're immoral or whatever the hell they're implying. That, you're not supportive of people you should be. So I mean, it could just be intimidation, but is there any way could we get a referral to the
little heads up? The little sir is emerging from his morning shower, so you're going to hear some bird noises in the background.
Is there someone at the FBI we can contact?
Yeah, you'd have to just contact the FBI office itself. I think you can do an online report, but I don't know how soon you'd be contacted by anybody because it goes into their big system. I would say the local FBI, I think, is downtown near the detention center or the courthouse or something. You could go straight down there and talk to a desk officer or something and say, hey, we want to talk to somebody about a situation we have.
Is that right by CCDC?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I've never had to go in there, but
Yeah, I'll go. I had a meeting with them when I was concerned about that one crime we were covering, John.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And I had an appointment with
Yeah,
them, and I just was unable to go because we went out of town, but I can figure it out.
We had some people threatening us. So, I mean, what's their offices? They probably close at what, 5?
Yeah, we can work it out, John. We're standing here with an officer.
John, can you please stop talking? She wants to get off the phone.
Can we call you later?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, bye.
Okay.
Yeah, let me go talk to my Sarge and see what he.
Terrified to cut him off because it could be his greatest message ever. I don't know. Junie, come here. Come here. Oh. Yeah, I know. Come here. Oh, hold on. Sorry, guys.
He thinks, because this is very unique. It's not something we go to, not even on a monthly basis, maybe once a year kind of thing. And then you got multiple officers with, beginning of the week, end of the week, days, swings, graves. So, I mean, for me, this is my first time in 5 years that, I've dealt with something like this. So, but that's why we have the people, available that have a little bit more experience. If he has to bring it up to the lieutenant, they'll talk to the lieutenant and then, kind of go from there. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Do we need to give you any more of like the emails, the encrypted emails, or the?
I would say right now, the big challenge is because you're getting these from other news sources.
The email was sent, you were in that Facebook group where that threat came from. So you pulled that.
Oh, no, that
And the
threat
email was sent to us.
that threat was written by my ex-employee, and it has her name on it.
It's from her email source, that kind of stuff.
No, it's from her direct social media account.
Okay, social media.
Yeah.
And what did that one say?
That was the one, if you talk in private, we'll expose you in public, didn't act you as a courtesy.
That was
Okay.
my ex-employee.
That was 2 hours after she had a private text conversation with somebody else about the falling out with these employees, explaining some anger. So that's
Yep.
why at first I said, I don't think these are related.
Well, I got it. I just need
Yeah.
specifics for my sergeant. So that's
And then
one thing. But those
email,
text messages that you have are from
those
the copies of text messages.
Yeah, those were sent in April from somebody else, from a friend of mine who sent them, who got mad at her and sent them from a group.
So she got them from somebody else, basically. Okay, so in a hearsay kind of, I don't want to say hearsay, but you got it through a third source.
My husband is back really quickly. He said a couple of action items. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I just wondered if
Husband is back. Everyone shut up. He wants to talk.
we could get a report filed so we start having somewhat of a paper trail on this, if the FBI wants that. Number one, and number two, if we could get a consultation with the internet division.
He's planning for the FBI. I wouldn't put it past them that they have the FBI involved, which is so it would be so fitting if the FBI comes and stings their asses.
I think that would be helpful just to see what they say or get their feedback. I feel like the more options we have, the better. So if we could get those two things, that would be great. I'd really appreciate it.
So a report, we usually do a report for crimes. I got to talk to my sergeant about this. If it's, we document to everything, but
Yeah.
if it doesn't come to the point, we don't necessarily do a report for it,
Not a police report, just like an incident report.
Yeah. I'd definitely get you that. And as far as somebody contacting you, once again, that's going to be up to the information that I give them and what they got to say for reply. And if they, I'm not even sure, because our cyber guy is tucked into computers all day long per se, that, few people know who he is, so.
Right, yeah, I get it. Right, they're like a different breed.
Yeah, like our SVU detectives are the same way. They're in their little offices and their little holes, and we see them once in a great while,
Yeah.
But I'll see if there's a way if somebody can make a phone call to explain things better than what I can.
Types.
I just want to like the more the more brains behind this, like they're just to see, like I just want to see if there's other options, or if they could recommend something that we don't know.
Right. Yeah. They deal with this stuff all the time, so they would know where the lines are drawn, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so those two things I think would be really helpful.
Okay.
Just to get some paperwork that we're concerned about it,
You
and then
that they were lying to the FBI, and then they're the ones that end up in jail, and they wanted Christina in jail, or they're wearing the tether. Lauren in her Mrs. Roper jumpsuit in a tether.
just even a consultation with the internet people to say, to tell us like what are some options, or
Yeah.
they might say there's nothing here, go to the FBI, or whatever.
Right.
Just,
And they probably work with the FBI as well, so they'd probably be able to get you in touch with the right person as well.
yeah, exactly. That would be great.
So I'll see what I can do here in the next
Thank you.
10, 15 minutes or so.
Hang up,
I really
John.
appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm sorry, Grayson, I didn't mean to interrupt you either. I
No,
apologize.
I'm just trying to think of hard data. So the text messages are from somebody kind of thing.
email to us.
Why won't my mouse even? Okay. It was really funny when Grayson was talking to the police officer and she stops them both and says, I'm sorry, John's talking. We all need John. I'm sorry, people are talking. John, go ahead.
And then emailed to us after that person confronted you in the courthouse. And then the Proton email came directly to our account.
So that wasn't forwarded. That was
Directly to our account.
From
from the Proton encrypted. The person that's hiding. Person that
oh,
sent this to
so
everyone.
directly, so you don't know who it was from. It's just
Correct. We don't know
Okay.
who it was from, but they sent it
At the end here, they're saying they don't even know who the Proton's from.
to us.
okay.
And they said,
But that
we
was the
have
same-
sign copied all of the.
That was the same thing, saying they have dirt on you, pretty much. In so many words, they're saying they have dirt on you, and
Your texts are going to be released.
Did they-
It's shown in your
They
text.
said your text, your
Yep,
text
yep.
will be released.
and they didn't say your text will be released if you don't do this, and they didn't say your text will be released at this point.
More like Hidden True Lies, all of it will come to light.
So they just seem to be upset and are saying it could be released.
All of them
They
are
will be
BCC'd on
released.
this email, and your text messages will.
Oh no, the sky's
Right.
falling.
Certain people are BCC'd, yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't know who.
Well, they
Be-
say who they BCC'd.
Who are they BCC? That's stupid to say they BCC people,
That's
and
what I'm saying.
that
just
doesn't
like
make
we're-
sense. That doesn't make
It
sense.
doesn't make any sense. I agree with you,
But
but
when I talked to Gigi today, she goes, "Well, the first email came from a Proton," and I was like, "You're fucking bullshitting me." Like, because
So let's go-
Yeah.
I want to go out and talk to the sergeant. So that email basically says, in so many words, you're full of lies, blah, 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 the truth come out, blah, blah, blah.
we're gonna release your text.
That's it.
We're gonna release your
Sure.
text publicly.
But they didn't say we're going to release it on Monday. We're going to release it if you do this. We're going to release it if you don't do this. Nothing like
Yeah.
that. They just said we're going to release it.
Release the text.
Okay. Thank you. I'll be back.
I want the text.
Thank you, officer.
Oh, that's your husband. No, I'm Henderson.
See, this is why I think that photo was taken at Grayson's apartment, because you can kind of see the outside, and it's my favorite outside. I love pine trees and stuff like that. So I think that the Thanksgiving photo was taken at Grayson's apartment. What do you guys think? Lauren is a liar. A liar. Release them. Release the hounds. I know, it's so stupid. So stupid, it's perfect. Everything after the call looks more and more like entrapment to gather evidence. Oh, especially the Jeneese videos. Yeah, we're going to get into the Jeneese. Yes! After that, I feel like they put up... Was this... Oh, when was Boise? When was the actual Boise incident? Because I feel like this is when they put the Boise plan into action. It was Lauren. I was watching Twin Peaks recently, and I wish Lauren's name was Laura, or who killed Laura? Laura, because they say there's a lot of audio clips of Laura. Too bad Lauren's name wasn't Laura. Laura. Guys, I got to talk to my sergeant about this complete waste of time. Excuse me, I got to get out of here. Exit side door. That result would be sweet. It would be sweet if this all backfired on them and they got a little taste. They're not going to go to jail or prison or anything like that. I don't really believe that. And I don't really want them to, because they have a child. Unlike them, I do not want them to enter into the system, because I am an ex-person who worked with people in the system, and it sucks. You don't want to enter people into the system, John. Really pisses me off. Okay, so let's keep going. The next interview, or the next thing I want to take a look at, is the Jeneese. He calls Jeneese. The Boise officer calls Jeneese. And again, you guys, this is the Parawomen Radio on the Power Network. I'm Amy. Everything that we view, I will put down in the YouTube show notes to cite our sources. Be sure to give us some love. Check out the channels that we're showing you the information on and give them some love. Tell them we sent you. I know the officer was pretty decent, actually. I just started listening to the video. The cops are like, "You're not fucking serious, are you?" Yeah. Unfortunately, they were. The sigh. Okay, I'll go take care of this. I'll get back with you. How can she say this shit with a straight face? I don't know. And she says it with a very determined face, too. Very determined. Let me move myself out of the way. So we're going to get into the audio of the phone call with Jeneese.
Did you not talk to me? I feel threatened.
Jay did put together a clip where she put together some clips of Jeneese so you get a visual of who Jeneese is. This is just audio only.
Hello, I'm looking for Jeneese. This is Sergeant Jacobs with the Boise Police Department in Boise, Idaho. This is in reference to a possible stalking situation that involves Lauren Mathis.
So I've got some coffee in the other room and I need to put it together. So I am listening and I am here and I'm only steps away, but I am going to be away from my desktop for about 3 minutes.
Grayson, your Lindsay, Lori, yourself, and Sarah. The report number this is under is 2025-510-902. My badge number is 786. If you give me a call back so I can kind of get your side of the story, my number is
Jeneese,
Hi, Jeneese. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah. What's that?
I said, how are you?
I'm doing good. Hey, so I was contacted last night. Excuse me, I've got to get the report back up so I can see exactly what is going on. Give me just a second.
You're fine.
Okay, great. Let me kick this out and get back up. So anyway, as my voicemail said, this is in reference to incidents that happened both in Arizona and here at the Coburg trial this weekend. That sound familiar?
I didn't do any. She says I was stalking her at the Kohlberger trial.
So no, not necessarily.
Okay.
Right. So what I'm gathering from all this, and it's very long and interwoven.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm just trying to get everybody's perspective on what's happening. So apparently, Lauren was working with Lindsay, and maybe I'm wrong. And then Lindsay and her had fallen apart, and since then she claims.
You know, mommy gives you just about anything you want. Just anything you want. But there's some things my baby can't have. You can't have coffee. You can't have chocolate. You can't have garlic. You can't have avocado. You can't have onion. You miss Maybelline? I miss her too. Mommy's okay. And you know what? You're right on the mic. You're right on the mic. Okay, Junie's going to come say hi to you. This is your moment, Junie. Say hi to the folks. Say hi to the power crew. Yeah, mommy's okay. Mommy's got her meds now. What else? Yeah, mommy's okay. What else? You miss Maybelline? I miss Maybelline too. What else? You got anything else? Sometimes he'll drop I love you. I love those. I love the I love you bombs. What, baby? Huh? What can mommy do for you? Because mommy's got to talk, and you're a flat talker. So every time I talk, you start talking. So I'm going to give you a moment, and then you're going to need to fly away. Just fly away. Best you can be. Yeah, now you're just doing word salad. So, baby, you've taken your shower. I gave you a treat. What can I do for you now? Is there anything? Okay. Well, anyway, I don't think he's going to fly away. So you guys, there will be a little bird. He's right on the mic. If I move him, he'll come back and it'll just be a thing. So I do have a little green sheet conure. He's a free flyer. He sleeps in his cage at night, but he flies throughout the house during the day. And he wants to come and say hi. What? What, baby? Okay. So do you think Jeneese could have been the OG stalker, rose to OG stalker status if she had done a TikTok herself? Because she seems to be focusing a lot on Jeneese lately, it seems to me. And Jeneese is the one that actually approached her at the courthouse. So I'm really confused how I really do think it's just because Christina actually dared to put the TikToks out.
That Lindsay, Lori, yourself, and Sarah have been approaching her and not leaving her alone. She's got several videos of encounters with different people in this group, and has she's downloaded those onto our report on some of those. So I just kind of wanted to see your side of the story of what's going on with this whole mess, and kind of give me your perspective of what's happening.
Yeah, nothing has to do with Lindsay being her employer, because she says that, I know she's told she actually called the Nevada police department and tried to turn some ladies in, saying that it was against the law to share screenshots, but it's not. Anyways,
what kind of person is Lauren? How many police precincts has she called on these people? It's outrageous.
she says that they're disgruntled employees, but they're not. Basically, Lauren has over the years talked shit and lied about a lot of people, and those are in messages, and the people that she messaged to, they're no longer friends with her. They weren't employees, so she can say that. There are some other ladies that I'm not.
And what do you think her MO on labeling them all friends, but then they're employees? Is she just why is she saying that they're ex-employees when they weren't ex-employees? Do you think she's just trying to make it seem like she's not a bad person? Because it looks really bad if your friends are coming after you like that. Why are your friends coming after you? But I guess if they're disgruntled employees, it looks better. Is that why she does it? I haven't quite put my finger on that little itch yet.
Gonna name names, but so they have shared those messages, and Lauren has made up a lot of shit about me, which this is so stupid. Middle school drama. She doesn't know me, and she's telling people Jeneese is a swinger.
I don't know you. I feel threatened.
I have messages, literal screenshots of her saying that. She doesn't know me. And then she says her husband left her because of stuff. And she just said all this shit about me. So I found out about it. And
she did. She said that to the police officer.
I did. I wanted to go up and talk to her about it in Arizona. And she had a complete freak out.
She was, but the opposite way. I don't know what. Don't stare. Don't stare. I do. Remember what we decided. Please do not give them air.
About today?
What?
About today? You sent her a cease and desist. You had the cops call Christina about stuff that you shouldn't be waving at her. You shouldn't be coming, talking to her. You should be staying far away from her.
So the cops have nothing to do with what
I'm just saying, don't just.
Literally can't stand the way Lauren talks, but let's head over here to this
this thing that Jay made for us, and let me take a drink of my coffee. And so I think the person
I was asking about a seat. I was asking about a seat. I walked away.
You said Lindsay. You said Lindsay. Lindsay. Is anyone sitting here? Don't talk to her.
Lindsay's in her 30s. She can talk to her. Lindsay's in her 30s. Lindsay can talk to
I'm not talking to you.
Lindsay doesn't want to talk to her. She said her cease and desist letter. Why would Lindsay talk to her?
The cease and desist is letter to Christina and the police calling Christina. I didn't request that.
I can't hear
Someone,
Just stay away.
someone that
Just stay away. Just stop acting like nothing happened, that you haven't done anything. Leave
I
her alone.
haven't done anything, and I will stand by that forever.
Cease and desist?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with you guys. It has nothing to do with
We are her
this.
friends, and we will back her up till the
A
day
cease
she
and
dies.
desist.
Lauren the one that just said I haven't done anything and I will back? Is Lauren the one that just said that?
Someone that
Just stay away. Just stop acting like nothing happened, that you haven't done anything. Leave her
I
alone.
haven't done anything, and I will stand by that forever.
I will stand on my mountain, on my cross forever. Well, you know, the castle's crumbling, my friend. Even Dr. Yon sees that.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with you guys. It has nothing to do with
We are her
this.
friends, and we will back her up till the day
A cease
she
and
dies.
desist is a legal business. It has nothing to do with you guys.
Things that you did. You in that.
What did I do?
Things, you accused her of things you did.
What did I
You
do?
sent her cease and desist, and then
What
you
did I
approached
do?
her. You approached her after you
A
sent
cease
her
and
a cease and
desist?
desist. Why would you want to approach her after you sent her a cease and
She
desist?
asked if there was
I
a chair
asked if I
available.
could
I know. I
sit.
told her there
I was at a
Okay, so
press
who
conference.
cares?
Well, then she
You're
kept
at a press
asking.
conference.
I know.
You're at a press
What does that
conference.
have to do with anything?
She not think it's a big deal to literally sit next to somebody at a conference and that not be approaching someone, asking to sit next to them? What does it matter where you are? She loves to put her status and who she is and who John is on the forefront. She loves it.
When there's not a lot of seats, you say,
There
"Is
were
there a
lots of
seat?"
empty seats she could have sat at, but she chose to ask about sitting. She chose to specifically approach somebody by name that she sent a cease and desist to. It's like,
Great. Guess what? You know what? I work with Lindsay, and she tried to get me sued. So guess
Lauren and Dr. Yon live under the rule that whoever smelt it first dealt it. And that's just not always the case.
what? I don't give a fuck.
I don't know you.
well, you know me. You don't know
No,
me.
I have your phone number because I wanted to get eyelash extensions, but we've never hung out.
No,
I don't know you.
never said we
So could you please get away from our table because you're making me uncomfortable. I don't know you. I don't know why you guys approached us.
I can't stand this part of the case. This part of the video makes me really uncomfortable because she's really doing some psychological tactics here. She is trying to make it seem like she doesn't know her. She's feeling uncomfortable and she's feeling unsafe, yet she has her phone number probably in her phone. She knows exactly who she is. She's doing everything that this girl is saying, and now she's going to pull in the waiter. And this is, when we watched the body cam for this incident, and they pulled in the waiter and they tried to make it seem like this woman was stalking her, and just wasn't so. She just laughed and walked away. You didn't even have to ask her twice.
We asked about a seat at a press conference. I don't approach you guys when we're all hanging out together.
We don't all hang out together.
You guys, I know. So you're approaching me while I'm trying to have dinner. I approached you at a press conference about a.
You're sitting at the fucking door, Lauren. You're sitting at the door where your ex-producer, this is her favorite restaurant. You go to where everybody's going to show up, and you sit at the goddamn door.
Could you please? She's bothering us. Could you tell her to leave us alone? I don't know her. I've never communicated with her.
Sorry, Hoochie and Alkali, that's not up yet.
Thank
but
you.
At least they got the
She was like freaking out. Oh my gosh, are you recording me? And like ran into the courthouse and then opened up the door, and she's like, Jeneese, she's recording me. You are a bully. I feel threatened by you. Stay away from me. And I'm like, okay, all I want to do is talk to you. She's like, stay away. You're a bully. I'm like, okay. And she was freaking out, and then she took off running and got some cops involved. And so they took me into a room and talked to me. And they're like,
And
what's going on?
was that
I don't know you. That really gets me. It just like, it really gets me.
in the courthouse?
Yeah, that was at the courthouse.
Okay.
And they took me into a room and they're like, what's going on? And they're like, this lady says she feels threatened by you. They're like, we need to know if you feel threatened by her. And I'm like, no, she's an absolute joke. I'm like, all I wanted to do was talk to her. And she took off running, like, and trying to make this big scene, like trying to, you know, like, you are a bully. I feel threatened by you. And like, everyone's just looking at her like, you are an idiot.
Okay.
Anyway, so the cops were like, what's this all about? And I'm just like, well, she was talking shit about people, including like victims of this case, whatever. And they're just like laughing because they're like realizing like she's crazy. So from that point on, like even the officers, every time I came in, they're like, because I was sitting outside the courthouse waiting because I wanted to talk to her, and she was late that day. Usually she's there early, and I was just going to talk to her, like nothing. Like I just wanted to ask her why she was telling people lies about me, like complete made up shit. Right. And she had a big freak out. So the cops are like, are we going to have to stand outside there and watch? And I'm like, no, like I'm a big girl. I'm not going to do anything. All I wanted to do was talk to her. And so like literally the rest of that trial, they were like, hey, bully, keep it up. Keep the peace up there. Like they were funny. Like they, even at the end, they like wanted to take their picture with me because we had this inside running joke, and like Lauren was the joke. They thought she was ridiculous.
Lauren is the joke.
Anyways, so that ended.
Lauren's been the joke for a long time, and I don't think Lauren likes being the joke. That's why she says she's like quirky. I'm a quirky girl. No, you're not. You're an idiot.
And I don't know why she would say that something happened. Like that was it. She like brought up the phone and thought I was being a bully. So we're at the Kohlberger case. I didn't do anything. So after that in Arizona, one of our friends did talk to Lauren, and she recorded it. She recorded the conversation. Lauren doesn't know it's recorded. And anyways, after she got done talking to her friend, then she said,
Lauren didn't know a lot. She didn't know about the meta glasses either. I cannot wait I want more meta glass stuff to come out. Come on, Christina. And now Jeneese, give us the goods and the text. I want the text.
Cease and
just start chanting text. We want the text. We want the text. We want the text.
Cease letters to the people that she thought had sent the text messages, her old friends, and then she sent one to Lindsay. Told them cease and desist. Okay, so Lindsay has stayed away from her, like stayed clear. Okay. We're at Kohlberger's case.
Right.
It's the day before. Lindsay and Lori are sitting under the News Nation tent.
Right.
And Lauren comes over and she's talking to some of the people, and then she walks right by Lindsay and Lori and waves really fast. Waves, hi. And
you guys, I could totally see her doing this. Could you not see her doing this? Especially in her Mrs. Roper outfit. Hi. Hi, guys. It's me, Lauren Turn, Mrs. Roper. Hi, guys.
She sent a cease and desist to them.
Right.
But she's coming towards them. Like, why would that even be? So Lauren doesn't know I'm there because I'm sitting in the car. Well, then at night we're sitting out there like.
Well, let's hope that this Friday is I really hope I hope it's right. I will be here with bells on. It will be a bumper day on Saturday. It'll be a good weekend actually if we get those texts on Friday.
And then Lauren comes over and realizes I'm there, and she sits there for like an hour. I don't say anything to her, and I wasn't planning on saying anything to her.
And this was at the restaurant? Was this
No. This was the night before.
Okay.
So we're sitting there. She leaves, I guess, because she feels uncomfortable. The next time I see Lauren is at the press conference. I don't even talk to her. But she came up to Lindsay because Lindsay was sitting there, and Lori and Sarah. And she's like, can I sit there? I want to sit there. And asking Lindsay if that seat was available. And Lindsay just turned and it like didn't say anything because of the C and D. And then she turns to Sarah and is like, can I sit here? And Sarah says, no, that's safe for Jeneese. Well, she didn't like that answer. So she asked Lindsay again. And Lindsay doesn't say anything because she's not going to, because in the thing it said, if you do anything, we will take legal matter. So Lindsay's just going by the cease and desist that Lauren doesn't want to be contacted or anything.
Right.
Well, then Lori says to her, I don't know why you're talking to her or something like that, but you sent a cease and desist, leave her alone. So Lauren just like goes and sits on the other side of the room. That was it. We all left. We're at dinner and we were there for like 2 hours. We come out. 2 of my friends went out early because we were waiting for like check or whatever, and 2 of them paid and they went outside. And then I come walking out. My friend's like, did you see who just walked by? I said, no. And I turn around and Lauren and Grayson are sitting at the table right by the door.
There's a long, I think they redacted, she was saying words, names. So there's a long redaction. I do see that Jay for Justice, or Every Day with Jay, I always say Jay for Justice, but it's her second channel, is going to be going live today. When does it say she's going live? Oh, she's doing a live call in Cooterville. This is a long redaction, huh?
Right.
So I just put up my camera and I start recording them. And
oh, that's not till December 12th. Sorry.
Then I put my camera down and I just stand there and we're just talking, listening to music. And then Lindsay comes walking out, but Lori and Sarah aren't with her. And then I look up and Julie's like, oh my gosh, Lori's talking to her. So Lori's just telling Lauren, you sent her a cease and desist, stop following her, stop talking to her.
Yeah.
And then Lauren's like, I can talk to her. It's a press conference. I can do that. And we're like, no, you can't. Right. We have it recorded. The whole conversation's recorded. Sarah recorded it. And then to Sarah, she's like, I don't know who you are. Get away from me. You make me feel uncomfortable. And it's laughable because they know each other. She's known her for a couple years through different trials.
Well, I mean, I guess the text situation is something to look forward to. I really think, do you guys think the texts are going to come out eventually? I think they're going to come out eventually. And I think it's going to be more than just the Vallow Daybell case, the people that she was talking about, I bet.
It's not like they know each other. She has Sarah's phone number because Sarah was going to do her eyelashes. Like, right. You will find out that Lauren is the biggest liar, narcissistic. She's going to spin the narrative. We weren't stalking her. We were at that restaurant. She actually knows that that restaurant is Lindsay's favorite restaurant, Boise, because when they were friends, they'd go there all the time together.
Right.
So it's kind of ironic that she would show up to Lindsay's favorite restaurant in Boise. And here's the other thing. It's self-seating, but you have to go in. So she probably saw us in there and she continued to stay there, sat at the table right by the door. Okay. So she can say all she wants. There's no stalking. Mm-hmm. No one would want to stalk that ugly bitch. Like, she is like, oops, trouble. I'll tell you that much. Like,
oopsie, did I say that? Forgive me.
Okay.
So much trouble.
Okay. So
who said that?
I appreciate that.
No, I said that. Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
They're gonna call you.
Lindsay, Laura, right. Just so I can put you in the report, do you mind if I get your date of birth and address? Okay, so I'll put down what you said and whatever Lindsay and Lori and
there's nothing.
I like having you here with me. I like spending my mornings with you too.
Malicious or knowingly harming in us being at a restaurant that we were eating at and she showed up, and I was at a trial already there before her, so she's just like, you're gonna find out this lady is batshit crazy.
Yeah.
And
you know what the funny thing is I have a friend
oh, Jeneese, we found that out. I found it out about 10 minutes into her 9.5 hour live. I really am considering doing this, you guys, for New Year's Eve, going over the 9.5 hour live. I don't have any big New Year's Eve plans. I'm not a big drinker. I'm, you guys are my friends. So I am really considering doing a New Year's Eve live. I'll invite a few creators if they want to join us, and we'll just go over the 9.5 hours and just, have a good old time. What do you guys think?
ISP pop. And I called her last night right as this was happening. I said, oh my gosh, I know she's going to call the police in. And I told her what happened and I sent her the video and she's like, oh my gosh, that's it's
Then we can all get t-shirts that say, I survived Lauren Matthias. I survived Mrs. Roper's 9.5-hour life.
Because she literally is such an idiot.
Right. Yeah. So, just like, I obviously can't give legal advice.
Oh, I know.
Whatever. But I would say, like, if you guys are going down to the same trials or you see her, like, just
we stay away. That's the thing.
Yeah. Run the other way.
Here, let me just tell you this other thing. So she said she felt so threatened by me, and like I was a bully. So that was the first trial in Arizona. Like I forgot there was one more right after that, and she sat on the back row with the media. And there was one day that there was a detective brought down from Rexburg, and I said, I'm friends with his wife, and so they said,
I just did a quick search to see what 2026 is going to be like. Like the astrology, the Chinese astrology. I'm a dog, by the way. You know how like they have the animals, and I said, what animal year is it this year? And you know what year it is? It's the year of the horse. And you know what horse represents? Power. It's the year of power.
You can come over here and sit on this row. So I could see him, and it was like she was
Horse
2 rows
power.
behind me. Well, at break, she couldn't handle that I was that much closer. She literally moved up 2 rows and sat right behind me. And I'm like, if you feel so threatened by me, why would you get that close to me? You know what I mean? Like,
if I had a stalker, you couldn't put me in the same room as a stalker. If I knew my stalker was there, and even if I was there first, I would leave. If I felt my body, if I felt so in harm's way, like I have been around people. Have I ever had a stalker? I've had a lot of shit happen to me. Let me think. I don't think I've ever had a stalker, thankfully, but and it's one of my biggest fears, and I would be nowhere near my stalker. I promise you, I would be nowhere near my stalker. I would leave first. I don't care if they were the ones. I would probably say, if my stalker was there, I would report that the stalker was there and then leave, right? I would make sure that the police knew that they had violated whatever it was that I had on them, and then I would leave too. Crazy.
It's laughable. Like, she makes up her own rules and excuses.
Right. I think what you said earlier probably is coming into play here, in that there's a lot of drama here.
She's the drama.
They're
it looks like there's drama on both.
Her lives aren't really even lives anymore. They're more like pre-recorded, and they're heavily moderated. So I don't think you'd get anything accomplished. But I mean, sure, try it.
Sides, to be honest with you, like,
actually, don't. I don't think anybody should like come after them. For me, my biggest thing is to just ignore them, right? That's what I would do. Just ignore them. I don't think they're going to go away. I really don't. I just think that they're going to downgrade to a not as big a public figure. I don't know.
She's
there's no point if she's as crazy as you say she is. There's no point to approach her and talk to her.
I don't approach her. I've never even had a conversation with. The only time I tried was that time when, and I wanted to just say, that was the first time I just wanted to talk to her and say, like, what? And then she had the complete freak out, like freaked out.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, all that stuff, it's not worth it. So
I know.
Right. In the future, just tell our friends, like, cut and run, and don't get sucked into the drama. Okay. All right. I appreciate you. Thanks for giving me a call back.
Yep. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
So Lauren is a really dangerous person because of the fact that she's married to a psychologist and knows the psychological babble to the nonsense that she can put out there and make the world believe. I know, right? Damn. But you can try. I mean, I don't tell people what to do. You do what you want to do. 100% my body would not be able to stay. No. when you feel you're in physical harm, your instinct kicks in, and it's to get the fuck out of there, to get wherever you can to be safe. And that was not her instinct, or Grayson's instinct, or John's instinct. Their instinct was to run to the stalker, to poke, get evidence that they thought would help them. And they thought they got the evidence, but I don't know. The evidence is saying otherwise. You don't want to go into the new year thinking about them? Well, I wonder if this, I have a feeling this is going to stretch into the new year. I wonder if this can be put together chronologically. Yes, I'm sure it can. I tried to get ChatGPT to do it. I just need to get my notes put together and to feed it into ChatGPT. I tried to do it in the beginning. You kind of got a little detailed information on the lineup of people. All right. So I did see, I went over to Reddit. I like to head over to Reddit. And so over on Reddit, it's a very popular conversation. And this is the Reddit forum. It's very interesting. It's called Hidden True Crime Chat. There are some hidden gems in here. And it's interesting that you guys were talking about, the hidden gems and what they have to say about all of this. And some of the posts that I grabbed were actually, because I do like to keep up to date on what both sides are saying. And I was interested in knowing what the hidden gems thought about all of this. This isn't in the Hidden True Crime, but over on True Crime Podcast, Hidden True Crime, Lauren Matthias stalked, and there's a whole conversation. So I will put the links for this if you want to know what the hidden gems thoughts on it are. They are buying the narrative. I took it all the way down. This is 2 months ago when it originally started, and I always like to go down to the bottom to I'm usually on my phone. How do I, there. Let's do newest first. The judge said no stalking occurred. HTC is full of it. So you saw up until a certain point, people were still defending them. And then we start coming in and telling the true story. It's December 2nd, 2025. I must say the comments on this page have not aged well. If you don't understand what I mean, I suggest you catch up on the actual facts of this case as they have been released over the past 2 months. Where should we go? Hidden True Crime Reddit, Turtle Boy did a series, J for Justice, Jolene Lunzer, and more. And Parawomen Radio. No, I'm just kidding. The information on the thread hasn't aged well. So we're finally finding this thread. But the information on the thread was pretty wow. If you want to know their stance on it, this is the thread to go to. Moving on. I saw this, Copyright Claims Board moves to dismiss HTC's copyright claim against Crusha. I thought this was interesting. Has anyone seen this? The Copyright Claim Board yesterday issued an order finding fundamental defects in HTC's copyright case against Crusha. HTC filed a CCB claim without having a complete copyright registration in place, application plus fee plus deposit. The board says their claim can't move forward. You can read a copy of their order of intent to dismiss for unsuitability in the matter of HTC filed against Crusha here. The board's reasoning seems pretty blunt. Before you can bring a copyright claim, I believe, but I'm not positive, others who know the stuff better have explained it in comments below. You must already have a filed copyright application. And I showed you guys somebody over, and this is just people talking to me, but somebody over on Instagram told me you have to have this in place before. And I see, I always knew that you have to have a copyright on, you have to copyright written the video, and you have to copyright each video individually for that to happen. And I didn't know if you could post date it, but you can't, and they didn't. But they must have gotten away with it before by saying that they had it and won, and they thought, well, you know, we'll roll the dice here. This is what I'm assuming. And according to the board, HTC started their application but did not finish it, and half-completed application cannot be considered. They also could have just let it expire, because you got 2 weeks to do something and you can just let it sit for 2 weeks. I've talked about that. And that if you're doing a case and a lot CD content creators will strike it knowing that they have not a claim on the books, but they will strike it, and then they have 2 weeks. And so they'll strike it, you'll have to respond to it, and then they have 2 weeks to respond, and they'll just let the 2 weeks expire. And they've effectively gotten your video off of the algorithm and out for 2 weeks. And, you know, the case, like, things move so fast in true crime that usually your case is like, it doesn't matter anymore. No one's going to click on it. So they've gotten it out of the algorithm. So I think that's what they were trying to do. And according to the board, HTC stated their application, but did not finish it. The timing seems telling. HTC apparently did not want to register their work, what they claim is their work, until after they decided to try and stop Crusha from sharing her story. And then they rushed an incomplete application, and now the board says, nope, sorry. Sorry, Charlie. This was interesting too. People pointed out, and if you are to record in the courthouse, you will be held under contempt of court. Well, my friends, ma'am, what are you doing in the courthouse? Are you recording, Lauren? Are you?
I feel threatened.
Okay. I feel threatened by the things you're saying about me.
So then let's stay away from each other. I think that you're a bully. Please
I'm
stay
recording.
away. I feel threatened.
Oh, really, Lauren?
Who's recording? Who's recording? Lauren!
First off, I want to point out that there was a no recording order in the courthouse, a severe no recording order in the courthouse. Why? Because there's a high profile, internationally well-known trial going on. And every day we are reminded that there's to be no recording in all of the courthouse, not just the courtroom, but the courthouse. And that if you are to record in the courthouse, you will be held in contempt of court. And that there are signs everywhere saying, do not record in the courthouse.
Rules for thee, but not me. And then I thought this was interesting. I think there's plenty of evidence now for Lauren's victim to file a defamation suit. Do you think? I think there's plenty of information now. I really do wonder what Christina's going to do. I know defamation cases are really hard to win. So I got to move closer, and I got to move my mic, and it might short out. Hold on a second. I can't read it so far away. Claiming someone committed a crime when they didn't is often the type of defamation that people win. With defamation, you also have to prove that the person knew the things they were saying were actually lies. It's easy to prove that with Lauren because she had multiple cops telling her the woman's behavior isn't stalking or criminal in any way. She also heard the same thing from a judge, even though she never got the opportunity to make a final ruling. She knew this and went on her big platform and said, "Stalker," over 400 times. On top of that, John used his credentials to say Christina would likely become a murderer if she wasn't stopped, and wanted to contact the FBI and put her on a tether. and gave bogus armchair diagnoses of her and said that he worked with the police officers in the department. She also accused Mr. Breakfast of committing cyber crimes and breaking federal laws and was told there is no evidence of that from the police, but she still kept going with saying he did. Does anyone know if Lauren tried to file a TRO in Nevada and a judge wouldn't agree to it? It seems likely to me that she did. She seemed to call every police precinct in every state now, didn't she? That would be even more evidence of her blatantly claiming an innocent person committed a serious crime. I think she attempted to weaponize the U.S. judicial system. I agree. 100% agree. And I'm pissed off about it. Do you have we respond video? He says, I'm not diagnosing, but I can understand why if the totality of what he's, oh yeah, he did say that if she wasn't stopped, that shit would go down. And then I just saw a daily. They are allegedly buying subs. These new drops look sketchy. I wanted to take a look at it. Do you think they're buying subs? This keeps popping up. Let me look at this. Monthly gain videos for hidden true crime. Okay, so August 2025 views, we're at 3 million. November, oof. Is it possible to drop that much? Wow. To go from almost 4 million to less. Wow. Almost up to, what month was this? In April, they were up to 5 million. Man, she really did it. She ruined their careers. Wow. So I was digging through Social Blade for hidden true crime, and bruh, look at August 1st, November. Yeah, look at it. Geez. 3.5 to 500,000. This is massive swing. Obviously, I can't say for sure, but if you look at the monthly history on the graph, it's a pattern of huge peaks and sudden. Well, I think it indicates when there were trials, when big trials were happening, because let me go over and look at my analytics. My analytics were getting pretty dismal at the end of August, actually. I just want to look and see. Let's do the year. I don't know. Like my graph isn't as peaky. There's not such peaks and valleys, actually. Let me come over and look at theirs again. Well, here, this is mine. This is the, I got in this year, my monthly audience was on average 30,000 views. I guess, I mean, is it as peaky and valley? I don't think it is. But I do think these are probably when the trials were happening. Let's see what people are saying. I was a paid YouTube member for years, Patreon, super chats, all the things. Never again. If I could ask for a refund, I would ask for it for you. I'm sorry. Me also. And so, yeah, see, I get this. I get the feeling that you guys are embarrassed, but you don't need to be embarrassed, because I've told you over and over again, I back Gypsy Rose Blanchard. I believe Gypsy Rose Blanchard. So there it is. If I can say, hi, my name's Amy Williamson, and I believe Gypsy Rose Blanchard at one point, you can say, hi, I'm so-and-so. I was a hidden gem. I promise you. do these dates coincide with particular trials? That's what I was wondering. My guess is that the last 3 peaks are Lori, Charles Vowell trial, Braden Boudreaux trial. I don't know why I couldn't say that. Sentencing for both. Yes, I could say for sure the peaks are around big trials. So I think it's around the big trials. Around the big trials and tribulations. So we've been going a long time today, you guys. And I'm going to plan tomorrow's live around this Chad Daybell's cousin charged with murdering the 18-month-old baby. I'll pull up some analysis of Dr. Yawn on Chad's family, and we'll do the whole thing tomorrow on that, because I found some other stuff that can go well with that. I wasn't sure how long this would take me today. Longer than I thought. Longer. But we'll plan that tomorrow. I do want to talk about it. I'm very interested. There's no shame in admitting you now see. Yeah, there's no shame in being a supporter of people, because it's a good thing to support people, right? It's good. It's good to support an independent person who portrays themselves as a reporter and a psychologist and a criminal psychologist. Yeah, right up my alley. It would have been right up my alley if they were my type of people, but I kind of like, she bothered me more than he did. Now I have to say they both bother me equally. They both get on my nerves. I'm also working on that Mormonism live for you on Thursday. I do have a panel put together. Hopefully Crush will. If she doesn't, I will try to, if you guys know of any ex-Mormons that are interested in joining panels, my email is going across the screen right there. It's parawomenradio@gmail.com. I would love for to put a panel together, because I'm really interested in this whole Mormonism thing. There's something shady and sketchy about it, especially with Lauren. She wears it on her sleeve. There's something wrong. I don't like it. She is obsessed with being a victim. John's second cousin has the same last name as Chad's. Oh, ooh. John's not even Mormon. But, you know, in the Chris Watts case, there are so many forms of Nicholas. There's Nicole. There's a lot of Nicoles spelled various ways. There's Nicholas. There's even Nico. The baby was going to be named Nico. So in some cases, it's just weird like that. Yes, I would love to be at 10K for Christmas Day. Where are we at now? We're at 9,283. Welcome to all the new subscribers. You know I love my OGs too. Big squeeze to all of you. A big squeeze and a pinch. Yeah, Crusher would be wonderful. I hope she gets the message, but I don't put all my eggs into one basket these days. So yeah. The I word is really rampant in that community. So, Chad's second cousin and Chad's daughter. Oh, Emma. Yeah. Got it. Yeah, there's a lot of Emmas in that case, isn't there? Okay, my friends. Yeah, there's no proof that he didn't convert either. I have a very sneaky suspicion that John's wearing those undergarments. They're wearing those scratchy undergarments. All right, my friends, thank you for being here. Welcome to all the new dragonflies. Please smash that like button. Kim, thank you so much for being my mod while you are out there working the DoorDash trenches. I really appreciate it. Yeah, he acts very Mormon. It's very weird. Thank you for being here, Ruth Ann 85. Thank you to everyone who's been here with me and hanging out. Thanks for putting up with my craziness today. I can't say that I'm not going to be crazy tomorrow too. Usually takes me a few days to get back on track. And then am I ever sane? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. Who wants to be sane these days? If I were sane, it would drive me to craziness because the world is crazy. I'd be terrified. So it's good that I'm crazy. Crazy people. That's my plan in life, actually, is to out crazy the crazy. If somebody comes at me crazy, I out crazy them.
And I keep shorting my.
Okay, guys, I'm going to go for real. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I don't know. I don't know what sanity is anymore. I really don't. Oh, a little German. Thank you for being here, guys. If nobody's told you this today, and even if they have, I'm still going to tell you guys this. I love you guys so, so much, and I'll see you next time. And this is the story. Bye, guys.
Miss my cue, but I had you for that day. Here in the blue, I'm falling deep into you.
Be sure to give this live a thumbs up. Helps me go out into the algorithm party out there. Bring more people back to the party. It's just a free way to help me out.
With you tonight.